go.
What's up? What's up, people? What's up, Insta? What's up, Twitter? What's up, Facebook? Well, let me start over. I'm eating some popcorn. Yeah, I'm so hungry. Okay, let's start up. All right, 1, 2, 3. What's up, Facebook? What's up, Twitter? What's up, Insta? What's up, YouTube? Hey, y'all remember that back in the day? Hey. Okay. All right, y'all. I am very exhausted, so y'all might get the silly me today. Because when I'm tired, like when I was a little kid, I used to be silly when I get tired. And my 10-year-old's the same way. And so, yeah, I'm a little silly. Hey!
Let's go.
Oh, I don't know why that came out. Rock it out. Okay, so we are here today to bury Dallas. The worst season of the worst season of Ready to Love history ever. We are here. Hey, Tremonia, we are here to bury
Let's go.
Ready to Love Dallas. Find the site Fort Worth. I'm going to both of them. Dallas, Fort Worth. All of them. Just don't come back to Dallas. Period. Okay, I'm just done with it. And I got my people in the back in the green room waiting for me. Hey, Insta. You guys be showing up and showing out. So we're gonna get into it, but y'all already know that, I have to play my intro because my intro is so dope. And if you ain't never seen it before, it is really something for you to watch. So hey, let's rock with it. And we'll be right back in after these important message. A very important message. We'll be right back with you. Okay. Stay right there.
Girl, what's the tea is here with your spicy dose of chaos. Sprinkle with a little love. Hello, it's your girl, what's the tea? Let's talk about it.
Talk about it. Did y'all hear that? Those words in the intro, those are my words, okay? And that's me. And it says a spicy dose of chaos. Sprinkle with a little love. See? That's it's love over here. Hey girl, what's the tea? I mean, I might have some drama. And I might throw some shade, classy, sophisticated shade. But it's sprinkled with love. Y'all remember that unhinged. I am truly, truly sane and blessed and filled with the Holy Jesus. Hallelujah. Amen. All right. So now I'm going to bring my people on. Everybody know DJ Smooth. Let me tell y'all. Me and DJ Smooth went out this weekend on a Wednesday. Thursday. We was out on a Thursday. I've been working so hard. I'm so tired. But I needed to go out and have a little cocktail. And baby, when I tell you, she got me all on the Instagram I'm on a diet. Okay. People that don't know me, that be like, why? But people that know me know that I was a size 0. So over the last 2 years, I went from a 0 to a size 8, 10. So I'm not used to it. So I just wanted to slim down. I like the new boobs, Dolce and Gabbana. I like them. Okay. And then I like my little dunk because I've never had boobs or butt. I've always just been cute. Right. But I always been small. Like people used to tell me, like, if you was a stripper, you had to dance at the Caucasian clubs because I was told that a lot. It was like, because brothers down, you too little for brothers. And I'm like, what? What does that mean? Because I've always been small frame. So So now, okay, I'm stacked like Mississippi cornbread. And I like it, but these love handles and this little fat that I got in my back, that if you catch me doing jumping around like Smooth did, got me let my back fat out. But guess what? I'm gonna be 49, so I think I look damn good. And I think I am still sexy, so it's okay. But let's bring Smooth out because she was out here pop locking like it was hot. Oh, I took her off the tape. Okay, everybody. Okay, Tomas money, million.
Hey.
She over there.
Hey, I'm
No,
glad I wouldn't come doing that.
gotta do that. She over there
Now,
putting
hold
on
on.
tape.
Let me defend myself. Hold on. We not finna do that. First of all, what's up, everybody? What's up, Twitter, X,
Look, let me
Insta,
go behind the scene
Facebook?
like I was doing.
No, ma'am. Come back. Bring that ass here, girl. Bring that ass here. Um, so I'm DJ Smooth, SMOOV, because I'm visually intelligent and I'm also a verbal assassin.
Did
I
you
let
just
y'all.
say vaginally intelligent?
I did because I'm smart with my box.
I'm just trying to figure out.
Just
You know what I'm
marinate
saying?
on it.
Hey,
Just put a
I
little
could
bit on your
beatbox.
cookie. Just
Listen,
just just
you know
Smart with
what?
marinate
her
on it.
box.
I'm not gonna have this speaker box conversation with you about your box. Okay.
She's smart
Just
with
just
her
just
box.
yeah, I'm visually intelligent and I'm also a verbal assassin. But I'm not a rapper, so don't test me. Anyway, let's get back to Miss Monica and the awesome time we had out at Liquid Lounge on Thursday. First of all, it was the dance for me. It was the modified Macarena for me. That's what I was capturing. Don't nobody give a damn about no rolls, cause shit, everybody wants something good to hold on to, and you good and healthy. So cut it out. I'm not photoshopping shit. And you do that Macarena shit again, I'm gonna video your ass again, and
I
I'm gonna
have,
slow mo it again.
I have to watch her with this camera because she be recording. I don't even be knowing she recording.
But you see her looking dead at the camera though, huh? Okay
Look
then.
at him,
Okay.
not even paying attention. Okay. Anyway. So we had us a good time over here in these Houston streets on a Thursday. And we will be doing that again.
Okay.
Tamaja, what's going on in your life? You still behind the scenes?
Oh
I
Lord.
guess so.
There she go.
Girl, yes. I'm like, I look, we've been having water day today. It's been fun. The weather been decent. So I've been pumping up little water toys, breaking up little water fights, and now we're doing water de-escalation.
Is that
So
is that code word for bath?
that's code word for getting them out of that bath, getting them out of them toys and into the, away from them water toys so they can transition inside that house. We don't need a
Ah,
code word for bath. We bathe around here.
okay,
So
okay.
yeah, so that's how my day's been. Chillaxing. How about y'all?
I've been working all day. About to get back to it after I finish these shenanigans about these Dallas people. We're about to bury
Oh Lord, I'm so sick of
Dallas.
this.
Okay. So this is how we're going to do this. We did not cover the reunion part one because we were too busy bringing
Clearing up.
light, cleaning up the mess that somebody else made that flooded over into our house, and we don't like things like that to happen over here in our house. So we want to clear that up, and then we had to say, after it, we had to sage our studio and stuff like that. And so, we have to kick out all of those bad spirits. So now we're gonna jump into it. We're not gonna spend a lot of time, guys, because it's so many people talking about this reunion.
It's stupid.
Every time I turn on the YouTube, somebody is interviewing somebody, talking about somebody. Kojo panel, and then they got their own panels, and then Miss XOXO and Miss Kamisha and Chloe and Miss 10 Years. Oh my God, it's just so many people talking about this reunion and this show. And I'm totally over it. And you guys clearly know why I'm over it. So let's do just a quick little recap on the first part of the reunion. So you want to open it up?
Sure.
We can talk about the most important stuff.
Um, yeah, I'm just gonna because I wasn't gonna go into because it was really a waste of TV airtime. Um, the most important was well, I ain't gonna say important, but the highlights were, of course, everybody got to meet Glenn officially, and they tried to put him on the spot. As far as sending him to the back to the green room to do some kind of impromptu singles single speed dating event, which looked incredibly uncomfortable to watch. He's not made for TV. Um, yeah, he's fine now. He fine, but he's fine for sitting back in the club. I don't see him being on another reality TV. And he made that abundantly clear through his actions and how uncomfortable he was, even in the confessionals. Like he didn't even know how. I mean, boy, it was a chair. It was a blue velvet suede chair. He don't know put his arms up, put his arms down. It was hard to watch. But we're gonna move on from Glenn. Shout out to your fine self, cause good lord, whew, but he looked familiar to me. But I'm gonna figure that out. But anyway, moving on. We Tommy keeps going. The girls, which is Koshia, Mika, and Alexis, had some words, which was dumb to me. Cause I'm like, all three of y'all on the same couch, but y'all got all this aggression, and they continually tried to paint Alexis as the messy one, the crazy one. Um, that was unproductive conversation. Moving on. Just they took a break. Oh, Tommy said something about something, and LaRon made a comment about snakes. Alexis turned around, was like, "You the biggest snake in here." Um. Oh well, I mean,
I'm gonna break that down.
we'll get into that in a minute.
Wait, since Miss Tremaya, since you really want some real tea, I'm for the real tea, baby. We can recap it for you. Let her finish up this, and then I'm gonna answer your question in detail.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Um.
So you just sit
So
right there, ma'am.
then Alexis has a whole moment um where she addresses this in a 3-hour interview with Kojo, which I kind of thought she addressed it and then skirted over some of the stuff. She said she hadn't eaten. There was no food for the cast. She was in. They pumped her full of. Hey girl, I remember you, girl. That's my the lady I took the picture with. That we both had she had the white sparkly dress on, and we both had the late. Yeah. We was doing our thing. Blonde bombshells in the building. Okay, move back. Okay, so Alexis had a moment to where she really got outside of her body. Um, it was a little hard to see that. She was telling everybody if Mika tried to get into it because Justin was having a let me be the man moment, and it calmed her down. But when you in that type of space, you don't want to hear, you're not trying to hear from nobody, and she was already on like a good 7 in the beginning of when the whole thing started. So by the time she got to that, it just mayhem. Production was trying to calm her down. Will was trying to calm her down. LaRon was playing victim. He knew he had sparked the fuse and he backed off of it, which I thought was kind of funny. It was sad to see. But it ended up with Alexis leaving. I left out Will and Mika had some words in which they were really disrespectful. He called her baby mama with a tube side, with 2 kids, which you're not saying that. Why are you even bringing that up? Because to some of us, tubal ligation is a responsible choice. So why would you say that as a dig? And so then he tried to go, body shaming. He said she got a BBL and her body wasn't real. She countered and shut him up by saying, well, your chain ain't real. And that was the main clip that they decided to show from part one of the reunion from Fort Worth. Um, so that was a good comeback. Um, yeah, and it pretty much and then it showed a preview of part two, which we'll get into in a minute about um the conspiracy with the text messages and yeah, it was just lackluster because of the simple fact that a lot of us on the outside knew a lot of what was going on the inside already. So it wasn't a aha moment for us, you know. Um, who is Ashley? You mean Alexis? Alexis just interviewed with Kojo, um, which I thought that was it didn't get good to me till like the last 20 minutes of the interview, to where, she was trying to let him know, like, look, I know you're trying to do some psychoanalysis on me, but you're not qualified to do that, so don't do that. And then, she had a nice message for all of the black bloggers out there in the world, to focus on, don't be so quick to, assume or make assumptions, just come with positivity. And if you're addressing a problem, come with a solution, which is what a lot of us try to do. Some of us have backgrounds in counseling and that nature, but that's not for me to tell y'all. I'm just letting y'all know that a lot of us are not just talking to hear ourselves talk like I am now. Well, a lot of us really care, and we see the human. We're able to humanize people beyond the television. So if any of the cast is out there listening, we are able to talk to y'all because a lot of us have gone through what you're trying to go through, and a lot of us have been with this show since season one. So we see a lot of parallels to which we could tell y'all what's getting ready to come up before y'all even tell us. But this season right here,
Trash.
absolutely disappointing.
Okay, so I want to piggyback on. I don't know what happened.
You about to open up a clip, I guess.
I'm not,
Okay,
and I
I
don't know
digress.
how everybody else. How do I get over? Oh, I know what I did. Oh, well, since I messed it up, let's try this. Oh, it worked. Oh, let's try my thingy. Hold on, guys. Before I make my point, I just want to play with something I just got. So since I got all three of you guys here, let's see how it works for us. Yeah, there it goes. We're in boxes now, and we are cute. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay, this is what I want to say. Okay, I'm gonna touch some points within what DJ Smooth just said about the reunion. But let's answer Tremonia's question. And Chandra says in Instagram, some of the women are interviewing this week. Glad to see them get their side out because these men are just getting to say anything unchecked. Okay, so that could be a good thing and a bad thing. Because I really like that the women refuse to talk, because sometimes everything doesn't is not warrant to a conversation. Everything is not warrant to a clap back. Everything is not warrant for me to try to prove what type of woman that I am. And I think since they made that bond to not speak and just to keep remaining with the class that they portray to have, I think that that's okay with this season, because of the fact that we really just want this to go away. And then once they start talking, then this is going to continue to stir the pot, because as you guys know so well, that the men on this cast
Really
smooth.
sassy.
Okay, I
They
want to,
really sassy. Really
because
sassy. Too
sometimes
much
I be
spice
saying
on
it
the
in the
pepper.
wrong
Well,
places.
I'm gonna say it. Too much spice on the pepper. Too quick to jump into
Mhm. They want
confrontations with
to
women.
Yeah, they want to argue with women. Now, let me tell you something. Let's talk about Will. Now, this is my
Realtor. Realtor Will or Big William?
no, not William. Will.
Okay, Realtor
Now,
Will.
smaller Will can't clap back on with women because he's not that type of man. He doesn't argue with the woman. You can tell because he does not know what to say. That's why he said the beat that baby mama. He didn't know what he was saying. He was just trying to say something just to come back at her. He
Right.
doesn't know how to argue with the woman. So that lets me know that he does not really argue with women. He probably one of those type of dude that'll just ghost you or be like, fuck if you and just go about his business. Like I don't see him having an argument with the woman because even when Mika came back, in his mind, he really laughed at her because he really didn't know what to say. He ain't had nothing to say. He just like whatever. So, but he will check a dude.
Yeah.
He'll and I respect that about a man, even though the way that he carries himself, he doesn't carry himself no different than a lot of men that we encounter today. For matter of fact, I just had one real quick conversation earlier with some idiot, and it took like 3 seconds for me to say, "Boy, bye." That's it. That's gonna be the word for today. Boy, bye. Because I was like, boy, bye. Because you stupid. I don't even know what you're saying. And so you catch men that, but when they get around the woman that they like, they are totally different, you know. And so that's what type of guy that me personally think. I don't know him personally, but I do know someone that does know him, and they are really good friends, and they've been friends for 5 years. And this person is out. She's a very, very classy girl, and I know that she wouldn't associate with herself with him if he was a bad person. And so I feel like I know he stand on business when it come down to men. I do know that for sure. And I know that someone out there, you want to give you some tea, Miss Tremonia? I'm gonna throw tea, a little bit of tea out here tonight, every once in a while.
Not yet. Not yet.
I
Not
just
yet.
gonna
Not
get. I
yet.
got this. This one goes with my story. I got to.
Okay.
So this the one little tea. I do know Will stand on business when it comes down to men, and I do know that the cast member that he was standing on business with didn't want the heat. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Got a
they didn't
point.
want the heat because it did come up, and they did get face to face after the show. So Lil T, they didn't want the smoke because Will was bringing out the fire. Okay, so I appreciate that by him. All right, let's move on. Let's see.
Wait, I want to address one thing.
Okay.
I think Will, the realtor, because I don't like calling him Little Will because he's a grown ass man.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think he does know how to argue with women. I think he I think that he's just okay. So you have different levels of people that know how to argue, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have some people that can roast you, they can roast you real good to where you
Yeah.
don't want to say nothing else to them. That's Mika, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some you have people that can do good one-liners, right? Then you have some people, if you go low with me, I'm going to hell. And I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to pass purgatory and go take a seat on Satan's chair for you just to get you together. That is what Will does. He and he's kind of a dangerous person because of the simple fact that he'll take something personal and he'll use that, to get you up off of him. So
Mm-hmm.
well, I don't think I wouldn't say he can't argue with women. I would say that he doesn't keep it fair. Like, if you know what I'm saying, he's gonna go gutter with you every time, especially if he has a particular dislike or disdain for you, which he clearly doesn't like Mika. So she wanted it, he gave it to her. He
Well,
she
you know
just
what? Okay, the gutter.
yeah,
That's probably you're right. He gutter. He doesn't do sassy arguing. He does gutter
no,
arguing.
gutter, yeah.
He's not a sassy man. That's what I was trying to say. He's not a sassy man. He's a straight up like yeah. And William is not confrontational at all when it
No,
comes.
but he because he's at a point in his life where sometimes some people are just not worth their energy, and that's just not where he is. Like, maybe 10, 15 years ago, yeah, he might have been on that, but today, in 20 of the 24 2000 of the 24, he's not
Mhm.
on that. He's Because he's gone through so much that he rather devote his time, energy, and life cycle to something more worthwhile. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm all for that.
Okay. Tamaja, what you want to say before I read the comments in since you've got situated? So I can read
Oh look,
before I read the
oh
Instagram
look.
comments.
I've been listening to everything, and I totally agree with everything that Smooth is saying. I do believe that everyone has their tactic or their method of arguing. I think anybody can argue. It's just your style. What's your style? So,
Mm,
when he made that comment, this means war. That already told me what type of mindset. How far he
mm,
would go. Okay, he's one of them ones that ain't gonna let it go.
yeah,
In the
Right.
morning he gonna
yeah,
be on it. You go to sleep, he gonna be on it. You in the car, he gonna be on it. 2 years from now, he might say something, and that could be a complication, a real flag, in a relationship. So for me, looking at the show and seeing everyone, even these little, incidences that's going on, I weigh it all, and I'm just like, yeah, he may be millionaire, realty, will, but do I want to deal with somebody that's always pinning everything that they feel is wrong, or something, or yeah, and would I want someone to throw such low blows just so nonchalant, to talk about
Right.
the two getting tied, to insult her decision to change her mind is a problem, because I'm like, all right, at least she, it's a bigger thread to that for me. A female has a right to change her mind or to pursue that if that relationship or whatever she chooses is something she feels is worth that. And just because she may not have wanted to take that risk or consideration with that man doesn't make her bad or horrible because she's willing to do that with somebody else. So she, it to me, just because she wasn't willing to have your baby don't mean that she wasn't willing to have somebody's baby, even though her preference is just not to have them. So I could respect at least her methodology behind it than her just doing things and continuing a pattern that could be a issue. So I don't know. Will showed me a little bit his sassiness and behavior versus his verbal. So you
Well,
know,
anybody that has same enemies that I do, we friends. Okay, so let's move on
you
now.
That's
wow,
so childish. That's so childish.
Petty than a motherfucker.
look,
That's so
Petty than a
childish.
wow,
motherfucker.
That
I
was such
just,
yeah.
a Taurus thing to say.
And
I
we just talking
just,
about the show.
hey, this is the show. We're talking about the show. I'm sorry if I'm childish today and petty
That's
about that. But
Eat some
Mr.
popcorn, baby. You're
Will,
doing a lot.
make sure that you watch the words that you are saying when you're addressing young women, older women, women in period. Okay,
definitely be mindful.
we don't want the gutterness to come out you. Keep the
Yeah.
keep the
No,
gutter conversation for the dudes in the streets.
no.
That's
I think he's an equal
Hmm.
opportunity arguer, and whoever want it can get it. Gender is not specific. Women do it all the time. So I'm not gonna say keep that energy just for the dudes, because if a woman come at you on some managed mess, or she
Hmm.
coming for your jugular,
mm-hmm.
uh I'd rather you demolish her verbally than put your hands on her. So I mean,
Well, I get what you're saying, and I
because if a
understand.
man because if a man comes at you talking crazy, you are going to talk crazy back to him. True or
Exactly.
false? Okay, so
True.
you can't put that on that man. Let that man do him.
True. All right,
Just
so
keep it
let's move
peace.
on. Just every time. Oh, Will. Side note on contact, baby. Every time on contact. Okay. So, and then call me and let me know. All right. So here we go.
The hell?
The Instagram people say, Miss Chandra says, the one of them, oh, the one of them.
She jumping.
I like that,
Yeah,
Chandra.
she jumping.
The one of
Man,
them got their nerve to threaten to sue the coach blogger over her opinion of him,
Yeah.
which is
10 years of marriage.
similar to what others have already said. He is so bothered and pressed to be recently engaged. Hmm. Well,
true. Let me tell
we're
you.
not,
So
wait,
when they
wait.
when they did
You
when
want to
they
talk
did
about it now?
well, she brought it. You read it. So we might as well look, energy match energy on contact. Exactly. Exactly. So if
Oh
you
God.
because I'm gonna bring up okay, so I'm finna interject another show to round out my point, right? So we're housewives of the Potomac, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Candace is a verbal assassin.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Wait. Let me get my point out. I
Mm-hmm.
think she is very skilled in the art of reading
Yep.
someone for filth, right? However, comma, it gets her in. It gets everybody can't do that because that's the innate ability. You have to have that come from your soul when you're reading somebody,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then to also have the what did Wendy say? The verbal intelligence that it has to be on the same level, right?
Okay.
So not calling anybody ignorant or unintelligent, but sometimes if you aren't a reader or if you can't get on that level with a you up against a verbal assassin, some people resort to physical violence because I can't make you shut up with my words. I'm gonna just put my hands on you, and that is not the way to go. So I'm saying with Ready to Love, people like Will, Mika, Koshia, Alexis, Vanessa, they are verbal assassins, but they do it in their own perspective ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in this going back to this one little comment here, yeah, I think it's sad that a man of such that was held in such high regard from the beginning of the show, and then to make such monumental mistakes, i.e., like nobody was stuck on when he was meeting with Vanessa's sister and she asked him how many connections he had. He said 11. Nobody stuck on that. Tommy didn't ask him about it. Production didn't get on him about it. Like none of his quote unquote friends got on him about it. Maybe they already knew,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then for him to get to the reunion and say, well, she's really always been in the background. She wanted me to go through this process. Say what on the what now? She wanted you to do what now? And then in a matter of 3 months, 3 months, 90 days later, you're announcing to the world that you're engaged. And here we are a year later, dang near a year later, and you're saying you're giving us the actual wedding date is attentively in September of 2024. Nobody cares. You never should have been on the show. You never should have been on the show. You were concurrently trying to date 11 women at the same time. That is childish, immature, and very irresponsible. And then for you to try to sue somebody for their opinion, it is to me it's a cry for help. You're reaching and you're trying to stay relevant because you know it's a wrap now. It's we on to Detroit and Philadelphia now. Move on. Start planning your wedding because we already in April. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
You hearing this move?
And this is what I have. This is what I have to say about that.
Did we
We
talk about
bougie.
that? We talked
Wait,
about those, yeah.
but I can use those. Yeah. I just told me not to use the one that sounds like Pete.
Was that my word?
No, but that's my word. That's
Okay.
what you said.
That
So
is
That's
okay.
my word.
she said,
No,
Boo.
did you no?
"Oh,
So you gotta get
Boo.
it's the running water. It's the failed Niagara
oh,
Falls
running water."
incident.
Okay, I thought it was Pete.
No,
But
I heard that.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. I think that I'm gonna say, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna play a game today.
Oh God.
Not a game, but we just gotta we're gonna do something different. Okay,
Do
we're gonna do
the
something
game
different.
we
Don't ask
play.
me who said it.
You go high and I will
I
seek.
am going to give you guys the hood version.
Mm-mm.
Maja is going to give you guys the intellect book version. And Smooth is going to give you guys the I'm on my grown woman version. Okay. So everything that
Oh
we
wow, because I'm
comment
the oldest.
on, no, just because that's how you talk. So now, and you are the
Okay, well,
oldest, not that much older, but you talk very grown womanish. And
I'm the
Tamaj
eldest
talk very
of the tribe.
book, books wormish.
Ain't
And
nothing
I
wrong
can
with a
I
dictionary.
can do it all, but I prefer to stay hood. Okay. On these particular shows, right? So now,
Wait a minute, Dina. Can you answer Dina's question before you
oh,
get into that?
okay, wait a minute. I have a question before Dina then first. Okay, Chandra said again, what kind of woman goes along with that foolishness? Now, you didn't want me, then don't come back and try to marry me. Not crazy. Exactly. And then Dina said,
I
someone
mean, crazy is what.
someone send me what the comment was or the link to the exact podcast show. Oh, which one, Dina?
Yeah, which one do you want? Because you know we got
Which one?
the
What are you talking about? The
tea.
one with Chaz? Okay, so basically, I feel like Chaz is wants is she real or is it a new dog? Oh, 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 oh,
Ooh,
oh,
oh! I forgot
oh.
about that comment. I forgot about that comment. I digress. I apologize, y'all. I forgot about that comment. He, in essence, compared Vanessa's children to
To
his daggone dog.
he did. He did.
Oh,
Dana,
oh, oh!
there's
She
another
wants the link
round.
for
It's another. I think it's on another rounds. I think it's her show, but I have the link. I'll send it to you later because I was
yeah,
watching a little bit of it earlier. But
yeah.
he
That
said
is
that
crazy.
she has to be held accountable for what she said about him. That's what he said. And he said, and this is how he was acting when he was talking, y'all. This is him. He said, and she got to be held accountable when yeah, but what she said. This is how
But
he was
what
doing.
exactly are you like? So is he trying to sue for defamation? Because that's ridiculous. If that's what you're trying to do, that's not gonna work.
Okay, and then he said just like this, and then I'm gonna maybe next week explain to you guys about the petrified rose and what it symboled.
First of all, let's take that word out. It was a dead flower that wasn't watered. It's not petrified. Let's okay, y'all got that word from Tommy. Stop it. Just like the baby didn't know what stage meant, it wasn't petrified. It was dead. Okay?
It's a
It did,
frivolous thought. Yeah.
it was a flower that did not receive enough sunlight or water, okay? That's it. This is careful with our word choices here.
Okay, but then you want to know what
Okay.
she said? I don't. Yeah, I don't know what she said. So, if anybody, for anybody that's not up to speed with the Vanessa and her coach, they have their own little podcast YouTube show where they review the show as well on the coach's channel. I don't know the name really, but that's where this information is coming from. He said he wants to sue because the comment affected a business deal. No, you on the show probably affected the business deal, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. So I don't know.
So he's gonna claim. So is he? So he's got to be going for defamation of character because he can also take on it's got to be defamation. But the thing with defamation is that means somebody spoke ill of you,
Okay.
and it was proved to it was proved it was shown to be unproven or unsubstantiated.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, if you're watching, you admitted to a lot of this stuff, so that's not the way defamation works. So I don't know who your lawyer is, but yeah, they're gonna have to try it again. You're gonna waste some money at your lawyer's office, sweetheart. Okay, all right,
Instagram says it's gonna get thrown out immediately, most likely. Yeah.
I
All right.
agree.
So let's go into talking about. I wanna hit on what Smooth said. Then I want to I should to hit on. I don't know if Smooth, you might have something else to say, but then I'm going to give my
I'm good.
version on what I think about. Let's go on to Alexis and talk about the way that she acted, and then we're gonna go into. I want to talk about her response on Kojo's show. Okay, so let's talk about Vanessa a little bit. Let's sit there for a second. So, Tomas, you want to say something about the way Vanessa acted on episode 1, her anger and the things like that?
No, you know what, Vanessa? You talking about Vanessa or Alexis
I
with
mean,
her
I'm
anger?
sorry, Alexis, not Vanessa.
Yeah, because
Alexis.
I was looking like Vanessa on the call. You know what? On Alexis, this. They say don't shoot the messenger. So that's kind of to me the theme of her deal because she played. LaRon may have had his. There were several group conversations going on. No doubt we got the evidence on LaRon. But just because LaRon had his situation, it doesn't flood out that she was having her own private conversations as well. And so to separate the two, that whole thing is, this is what Tommy was talking about because it creates situations like this. Even though she was having her own separate conversation and trying to exempt herself and all that, we seen that when they was talking with her and Will, we still could tell that there was a comfort level of conversation, and it seemed to be with everybody. So her anger, to me, looking at everything and knowing that they had all this going on behind the scenes, it's almost like part of it was she didn't want to get caught up or rolled into the already going smoke of the other situation. At
Right.
the same time, it was so many layers to it because we don't heard in this last week, we don't went from laughing with Patrice and Lonzo and Chaz to now she don't rubbed on LeBron's feet and and cleanse his house. It's all kind of alleged activities that each one has had. So her explosion and her reaction to me was personal because of
Yeah.
some GP shit, like, hey, I know you, we know what's up. And for you to be doing this right here and don't try to roll that on me like you did with Will. Don't do that. Yeah, I may have been chit chatting, but I ain't had nothing to do with X, Y, and Z. And nobody, by this time, it seemed like nobody wanted any affiliations with certain things. So now we know that he was taunting her, calling her a crackhead. These type of things, when you start saying these type of things, and then to look at the public and how they're trying to make her out to be some kind of drunken,
Manipulative.
angry black woman. And I'm
Yeah.
looking like, so it was okay for everybody to say she had the body of a 12-year-old, to give all our opinions and dialogues. But the first time that she responds to something because she feels attacked or overwhelmed, now all of a sudden it's the alcohol. And so to watch
Hmm.
Kojo, try to attempt to, communicate with her, and watch how many times he asked that question over and over. It was like 20 times, no exaggeration. And, it was nice to see her stand up for herself by even asking a question back and questioning the whole mindset of what else do you need me to say besides what I've said already 100 times? Because it
Right.
just showed me that even outside of the reunion and still present day, this is what exists. It doesn't matter whether it was Koshia, Alexis, Mika. There's a narrative for Black women on TV, and it's even worse when we compound it with personalities and colorism and the things that they're exposed to. And for Alexis, I feel like each, or even all these ladies, I feel like each one of them have a truth, but it's so deep, because everybody's reasons is, I don't know. I feel like each one of these ladies got a deep situation that led them to want to participate in this. And as they got wrapped in it, they kind of realized they got in a bit and they're trying to be quiet, but it's not working. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm curious about what's going to come out in the time ahead because this is the first cast I've seen where they have calls blogger against blogger, cast against blogger. Now you bringing in lawyers. This situation is starting to get a little outrageous on a few ends. Just the reach of how this is going. So I'm
Oh,
curious.
my bad, yeah.
Oh, that's it. I'm good.
I think that Alexis's outburst was a buildup
Yeah.
of continually, like, trying to be the bigger person or trying to take the higher road in the situation and not actively, showing her behind
So she
on
was
that.
trying to
So she,
fall back. She
yeah,
did
she
her
was,
shit, but she was
yeah,
trying to, you know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
she
But
was, yeah. I think that, and I get why she had such a level of outburst, and she, again, like you
hmm
said, she explained it a gazillion times. So I understood her level of frustration, because you keep telling me I'm doing something and I know I'm not doing, and you're telling me, like, that's a humongous pet peeve of mine. Don't tell me what I'm doing. Like, if somebody say, well, don't get mad. I never said I was mad. I'm not mad. Well, you act like, no, ain't no act like, I'm telling you. Now you're making me mad because you're telling me what I'm doing with my own mind and body. Right. So I get why. Oh, hey, Chris. Fine, Chris to join. Hey, Lord.
Hey, Chris. Chris
Let me,
come in the room and he had you singing to him.
yes, Lord.
Hello,
Okay,
Christopher.
that's enough. All right. We don't
Ninja
want him.
King.
Okay. That is not what
Hey,
that
Chris.
says.
What is it? Naja? Chris,
It doesn't.
where's the Marsh? She messing up the thing. She messing
Well,
up
if you get us out these blocks, it won't be messed up. Because I don't know what,
Oh my God.
better
Why?
call on him. But
Why?
like I was saying, I don't think I understand with the addition of liquor and seeing that they've been there all day long, and then nobody had anything to soak up that liquor. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they did that on purpose, to get
Quite sure.
you can hear me?
some type of, yes. I don't know if they did that on purpose to get reactions out of people. I hope
See,
they are not. I hope they are not resorting to those type of tactics to just for TV purposes.
they
But then
do. That's a
again,
practice.
yeah,
That's a practice that's going on.
I think it's not a healthy move. And then you can't you can't pump people with alcohol for 6-7 hours with minimal
hmm
food intake,
Mhm.
and then complain about their behavior afterwards. You can't do that. That's
Right.
irresponsible of the production and networking. uh I think that's really irresponsible. So I was glad she got up and left, because she made a conscious choice to remove herself from an extremely toxic
Exactly.
situation, which, even though she was drunk, she still made a responsible
I
decision.
mean,
So I
and I don't
appreciate her
like.
for doing that.
See, I agree with you 1,000%, Smooth. I just don't. What irritated me the most is I don't like the fact that everybody was like, or even on Kojo's thing, oh, she's drinking, but the drinking,
Everybody
and
was
I'm like,
drinking.
yeah, and I'm like, why do you keep trying to illuminate that and to make her be a drunk? And I'm just like, it doesn't matter if she had a damn hamburger in her hand. She had a right to communicate her feelings about how she was feeling. To see her speaking and then all the men swamp towards her to keep her quiet. They wasn't trying to quiet her down because of her and her point. They was trying to quiet her down so that
So
she
she
wouldn't
wouldn't.
trigger
Yeah,
LeBron. So I'm looking like I've been there, and I hate
yeah.
when people do that, where you trying to communicate your truth, and here comes somebody just calm down. There ain't no calm down, because now here it is, I'm speaking, and now all of a sudden it's, oh, just calm down. Why are you trying to shut me up? You must be
Mm-hmm.
working for the ops. Okay, you don't want something out my mouth to come out, so now
That's
I'm
it.
really finna say something.
Yeah,
And
that's
and
it.
whoever it is, so it just opens up layer of layer. So for me, that was my thing, where I'm just like, don't do that, because if that was a man having an outburst, you wouldn't dare talk about him drinking and wouldn't call him a drunk. You wouldn't do none of that. You know
I
what I'm
think it was
saying?
offensive because
You
they
know.
they but then they took because I don't like the way that the woman was portrayed the entire season, because to me she was a cool chick. She got along with a lot of different people, you know, and to put this that, oh, she's doing, illegal substances, and she's drunk, and she's out of control. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all are now that is a case for a defamation lawsuit, because looking at the type of job, you can't be on those types of substances working doing what she does, especially. So she has a absolutely good case for a defamation lawsuit, and maybe something she should consider. uh oh, T, yeah,
Okay,
you
so Tremonia says, I agree it was a mess. Also, the reunion party was an eye opener. No ladies from the season, from your season there. I did hear whispers. Someone from DC Cast said that Dallas men were very disrespectful this season. All right,
Well,
so
first of all, there were no ladies invited to that
I don't,
after party.
I
None
don't.
of the
Correct.
ladies,
None.
none of the ladies were invited. It's not that they didn't. I don't think most of them would have showed up anyway, but they weren't invited.
They
And
didn't start
then
out that way. Right. The
yeah,
girls
but
had their own premiere party in the beginning. The men had their own in the beginning in January. So they continued that theme. So they're
So they
that
haven't
that
they
yeah.
haven't liked each other since the season. So no, they
right,
wasn't they
they
weren't
weren't
invited,
invited.
but they weren't gonna come anyway. So
Right, they weren't invited. And then as far as someone from the DC cast being Ron, he did put out a post uh confirming that very statement. So yeah.
okay, so let me go back to give you guys my take on the Alexis thing. So Alexis blows up, and she just doesn't do a blow up. She antagonized the people that she meant to antagonize, right? Cole, Mika, and LaRon. Those are the people that were on her hit list. She came already to speak her truth. She already had that in her mind when she went to the reunion. But like Smooth said, like Tamara said, when you're filming all day and you look it up, everybody knows this. I'm so tired of people in these comments on these other blogs acting like they're not human, acting like you ain't never cut up before on some liquor. Okay,
It
stop,
happens.
stop it. It happens. It happens. Even if you were 18 up until 50, we've all past 50. Some of us one day, one of our lifetimes, unless you just never have put an alcohol in your system or anything like that. Okay, let's say 5% of the world. Don't say you ain't never got to look it up and done lost it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even blame it on the alcohol, because if that's how you because alcohol is a depressant, but it also brings out whatever you were suppressing.
Yeah, that's what
It
I'm about to
lowers your
come.
inhibitions.
That's what I'm about to speak on. So when you have alcohol already on top of you, knowing you were going into a situation to defend yourself, that right there just hyped it up even more, because now you've been waiting for this moment to tell your truth, to speak your truth, but then you didn't put the liquor on top of it. So now you at 100. Really, her truth really didn't get spoken because she was so upset, and she had been holding this for so long, to when you get the alcohol in you, you really just can't say what you really want to say, but it's just going to come out in a more negative form. And then first of all, stop. I don't know why people want to grab on you when you're upset. Like, don't touch me. Don't try to hold me back. Let me do what I do. Like, don't do that. First of all, Tommy, the set they need to get some women up in there if you're going to have all these security. Because when you got a little woman and all these big men, because I've been in that situation before, that's very intimidating. First of all, I don't want you touching on me. I have a dress on. All of my boobs and my butt cheeks and everything could tend to fall out because we might get to scrapping. So I don't want all of that forced around me. So at this point, yes, she's very aggravated. She's very intimidated, very aggravated. Now, the person that I won't speak of his name on my show ever again actually folded. That shows you what type of man he is. Because he had all this mouth for everybody else, but when she was at her limit to where she was ready to box, it was folded. It wasn't just they was trying to keep him calm. No, he was calm because he didn't want to smoke. He didn't want to smoke because she was ready, and everybody was gonna get it. Everybody was gonna get it. Now I want to touch on something that happened with her. Let's lead into the Kojo interview. In the Kojo interview, she spoke on a lot of things. First thing she spoke on, I'm finna give you some tea. I'm gonna give y'all some tea. First thing she spoke on, she said that it was a Dom said that it was a message that was recorded at dinner. And she said that the girls like was weird, but then they sent a group message. She didn't want to be in a group message, but she decided to join it. And then they asked, can they meet? When they met, she said it was just a normal girls' night out. And supposedly that's where this message was recorded because they were all talking about the guys. Well, she allegedly got this information from a third party, which was one of the guys. Now, if anybody's in from, if you're from Houston and you want to come see me live on May 9th, I need for you to tell me, if you watch my video on Twitter, tell me who were the four men that was in the group chat. And you got to tell me what somebody said in the group chat for me to give you free tickets. I give you a table for 2 free tickets to the show. All right, you got to stay in Houston now. Unless you want to fly, I don't know. But so you can, if you don't, you can, whenever you send it to me, DM me with that and then I'll give you the tickets. But you got to go to Twitter, you got to subscribe, and you got to tell me what was said. Okay. So now she said, everybody in the comments, like, where is this message? Why did you believe what somebody said? Well, the person that told her about the text message could be it could be a credible person, reliable information. So now my little whispers that I heard that was true. I also heard this is what I heard. This is the tea. I allegedly heard that she was not the one going and telling Will anything. They did talk about the conversation about him sleeping on the floor, but all of the information that they tried to pretend that Alexis was going back telling Will, because really think about it, guys. Did nobody even care? They didn't even like Will. So what did it matter, right? But all of these other things that were going on and that was said was set up by another individual to plant that she was the one that did it so they can just get rid of her and Will both because nobody liked them. Okay. But it was not her. That could be the reason, because it's allegedly, because I don't know. I'm just going by what my T-Bird told me. So it could be that's why she was so angry. It could be because she felt like she was set up from Cole and Mika.
She was set up. It wasn't no feeling.
She was set up because allegedly that Cole was going back telling the person that I won't mention the information, and they blamed it on her. That's why she said to him, "You are the biggest snake in the cast," because he was the one going around doing things that only women do. Mm-hmm. So
no, women don't know.
Some women do things.
That's some. Don't say all. Say some
I
women,
didn't say
because
all. I said women. I didn't say all.
but you're generalizing
Okay.
women.
Let me put it in her version.
No, just
When
clear it up.
I'm gonna clear it up for Smooth. When we are in our messy stage, us women, and we got a circle, and somebody in the circle think they above everybody, and they want to plot on a person that they really not cool with. These are the things that I put it like this. These are the things that you would expect out of a woman's circle and not a man's circle. Though I'll
Again, I
put it
still
like that.
disagree. I
Okay, which
still
you can disagree.
disagree.
We can agree to disagree. But
Cause
these
I
are the
mean, cause
things.
look at it, cause look at none of the women, even though the women didn't have, they had their own inter issues, right? That we still don't know. We are still, what month is this? April. A year later, we still not clear on what the hell that went on with the women. However, we have from the rooter to the tutor on the men. Like we have
I
a
can.
lot of info. Oh, hey now, we have a lot of information on what they were doing, what they weren't doing, who they was pillow talking with. So I'm not. I mean, like I appreciate your point of view, but yeah, the men is that's got us beat in 2024 with this mess.
and
They
and
are
I
super messy.
and that is very, very true. That's the sassiness about it. So now let's move on again to a little bit more into the Kojo video. Kojo also, I felt like that he wanted to get. I felt like he wanted to trigger her. This is what people do when they see
Indeed.
he.
Indeed.
Okay, so when I went back to watch the recap with him and his team after
Mm,
her. Me and Tamash was there as well. Dina said, Smooth, it's the sassy era for some of these men. Um,
facts.
he said that this is what Kojo said. Kojo said that he is not a blogger of gossip. He is a blogger of emotions and actions. Am I saying it correct, Tamash? Um, that's what he said. He explained to his, I know I might be saying it wrong, but you guys get the point. He explained to his panel when they first started with him, he said that he sat down and let them know we are not gossipers. We're not going to be gossip bloggers, right? So I'm sure that's what he meant when he said that when he said that he wasn't a tea spiller. He said that he wasn't a gossip blogger. Maybe he said that because I was in there. It seems like when other bloggers are in there, he points these things out. I'm a gossip blogger, so I'm not offended. I am a gossip blogger. I'm not worried about your emotions and how you portray yourself on TV. I watched the show to gossip about it. That's why I'm called Girl What's the Tea. Um, so I understand his tactics now, because what he wants to do is see how you are how emotional you are, how you're going to act, and how you're going to react to certain things. So at this point, I felt like he was trying to get her to explode like she did on the show. Okay, I felt like that you should be very, very much licensed to do that. um Me personally, that's my opinion. I feel like that when you're playing with somebody's emotions and their reaction to certain triggers, you need to basically know what you're doing. That could be very, very much so embarrassing to a person, especially on a large platform that he has, and that's on the internet that cannot be taken away. So I like Kojo, and I like some of his interviews and things like that. But that's something that I totally wasn't agreeing with. And I want to commend her. She did an excellent job on holding herself together. That right there, that interview. If you really want to open your eyes and not go past the judgment on saying, oh, just because the cast said she gossiped, just because the cast said she was messy, just because she got heated and put someone in their place that really needs to be put in their place. If you're going to go past that, go back and really watch the interview, and then you can definitely really kind of see what type of person and woman that she really is. Okay. But if you're a gossiper and you just want the gossip, then you're going to keep the judgment and just say, okay, she acted childish, immature, and all the things that the show portray her to be, you can keep that mindset. But I definitely have really wanted to figure out like what type of girl she really was, because to see someone get that emotional about something, that's a trigger for all women, right? Because we definitely don't like to see ourselves like that. When I played the video back on the little clip, um that when I call LaRon all of those, oh, the guy that I want to talk about, when I called him all of those names and things like that, I wasn't necessarily pleased with the way I acted. I was pleased with the way I looked because I looked at gorgeous, especially without no filters. But I wasn't pleased with the way I acted. So then I definitely want to apologize to my fans because I was triggered and I wasn't on any alcohol. I was on emotion. Like I was triggered because they put me in a position to where I was frustrated. So I can definitely understand her frustration as well. Now, if I would have been drinking, probably would have been way, way worse. Get it? Probably would have been really, really bad. So I want people to think about, put yourself in that position, take yourself out of, because you're making judgment and you're putting things out there as though this has never happened to you. And if it hasn't never happened to you, then good. You stay on that good road, okay? Yes.
I don't think like I think he was pushing buttons, but it seemed like it's not that he wanted a outburst. He was really trying to dig in deep, to get her. I don't know. It almost felt like a counseling session gone wrong. Like he was trying to dig for something deeper from her, and she caught
Mm.
it. Well, actually, she didn't catch it. Her friend that was on the chat caught it. That's what he was trying to, like when you talking to somebody and you may have the intuition that there's something deeper, like this is not, there's something else going on, like there's something deeper, instead of just taking it at face value, because who knows her better than herself, and she don't know you like that to get deep down in her to get deep down in her business like that, or in her feelings. You're trying to analyze her to bring some kind of trauma or something else out that may not even exist. But even if it did, who the hell are you?
And
Stick
that's
to
my
stick to what
point.
you're supposed to be asking. Yeah, stick to where the girl is at. The girl is talking about how she acted. You trying to have a Dr. Phil moment. Stop it.
Yes, and if that's
Cut it
what you're
out.
trying to do, then that's what you need to focus on and go and get that certification. So because that's going to her interviewing you when she said, "Are you?" Because
Right.
what she said was, "Are you certified in this? Or you? I mean, like this is something that's a profession of yours." And she wanted to know because you're picking her brain. And I
Right.
definitely get it, and I commend her for standing up for herself. I commend her for not falling into the web as so many other cast members have done once they've come onto your show. Because I've seen you drop them hot. This one right here did not let you. Dina said, but he drops the Alexis T, and it backfired. Then he in the panel do speak on T dropped by other bloggers. Okay, so yeah, so I don't know which lane he definitely wants to be in. I mean, but the people love him. Hey, do your thing. That's just Miss Girl What's the T's opinion, the gossiper.
And this is why black bloggers need to do a better job.
Okay, let's talk about that. I'm about to get on Alexis. Also, I'm about to get on
Baby,
there.
she heard my cry. Like, yeah.
Tramonica said this is room for all bloggers in all aspects, and I definitely agree. Now
You
let's
better
talk
say it.
about Alexis' comment about the bloggers, that the comment that she made to Kojo about the bloggers. Okay, so
Hmm.
let me clarify some things for this particular blogger, and that's me. I definitely understand. when you guys come out of the cast and say we should not be this hard, or we should not attack, or we should not do this, that, and the other. I get it. I get it. I definitely get it. But the entertainment, the gossip blog is a different it's a different wave, right? And when you choose to go onto these shows, I advise you to do your research. I advise you to go into the blogs and look at the blogs from the past shows, because at this point, all bloggers are not going in to be your friend. If you guys check out Wendy Williams, if you guys look at how she went on, she's an icon, like, right? I'll go back and watch Wendy shows right now. So if you go back and you look at how she handled herself and the things that she said, everybody, you bloggers are not, we're not out here to make friends with you. We're not out here to make you feel good. Like, stop thinking that that's going to happen. A real blog is not going to do that. Like, Coach O has his way of tearing you down, but he uses his tactics a little different, so he's not considered a gossip blogger. But as Dina just said, he still is. Okay, it doesn't matter how he does it, but he does such a good job at it that the people flock to him. Right? People are going to flock to the gossip. People are going to flock to the entertainment. If I sit on this platform and be boring like I was when I first started, ain't nobody gonna come in here but me. I was in here by myself. Nobody came. I waited and waited. Nobody came because I was scared. I didn't know what to say or do. Right? So I had to get out there and say, okay, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. So don't think that now I'm a certain type of blogger. Now I'm not gonna go be cutthroat with you. I'm not gonna go out and get in your personal business because I'm blogging the show. If I'm blogging an entertainer, just for instance, P. Diddy, those are like things I blog on my daily sip. I'm going to talk about the person because that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about his career. We're talking about what he's doing. When we're here on Let's Talk About It and we're doing reality TV, we're talking about the show and how you're acting, being portrayed on the show is what you're going to get. If you're acting a butt, you're going to get talked about. Your butt acting. I ain't said that right, but y'all know what I'm saying. If you acting a ass, that's how we gonna talk about you. If you're acting like the best person in the world, then yes, you're going to be a fan favorite and we're going to love you. So quit coming to us saying, hey, I'm not going to talk to you because you said something bad about me. The person that I can definitely say that you guys should call is Lamar. Lamar said right on here, went back to all of my pages and found where I talked about him. And he said it. He was like, hey, did you do this? I did. But I like you. You're here. Because that's just what we do. And I get that you guys want us to be nice, but that's not the game that we play. That's not gossip blogging. That's not entertainment blogging. And guess what? We keep you relevant. Right? We do. See, Chaz has to keep himself relevant because nobody's really talking about them like that. So he's going to get on the shows and talk about himself. I commend Chaz because Chaz is talking to whoever. He does not care. If you want to come over here and talk to us, Miss Monica will talk to you too over here, Chaz. If you want to tell us why
By
you
her
call
goddamn
that
self.
petrified, they don't have to come. I will talk to you.
Yes. Tell
I
Chazzy
will
to come
talk
over
to you,
here. We will
Chaz.
give him his
I
flowers.
am not, I am
I'm not giving him
non-biased when it
shit.
comes down to this game.
I'll give him a flower.
I don't want to give him a
A dead
flower,
one.
but I will let him tell his truth. His truth is
And
his
you
truth.
know what I'm saying? Right, I'm gonna get him a
So
If
true
he's if
flower.
he's if he's look, but he's gone on 50 11 different shows and
he's
has
on
not
tour.
spoke.
What he on Ready
And I
Love,
said,
baby.
He
Ready
on
Love.
tour.
and
People all over the
I say
world.
again, I
Go
say again,
ahead.
he has gone on
Ready
50
to
11.
love train. The love train.
Okay, all right, he's gone on
That's what
50
he on.
11. Right, he done went on for the 19th time 50 11 shows,
Oh,
Sing
and
it,
okay.
his
sing
truth
it,
has
sing
not
it,
been divulged
Okay.
yet.
sing it. Do you
Cause
guys
y'all wouldn't let
know
me get it out. Your ass
that?
singing this thing over here talking about
Yeah, I'm
giving
looking
God
like,
Do y'all
flowers.
know?
yeah,
Do y'all know that my
we want to
co-host?
hear.
He's
Do y'all know
not
my
ready.
co-host is
He's
a
not. He's
singer?
not a truth teller.
Break a note with truth teller. Go
Tamasha,
ahead.
yes, she is.
No, I'm talking about you. You the
Gone,
singer, not
What
me.
are
Tamasha.
you saying?
Damn.
I want Smooth to break a
Yeah.
note. Say to do it with the truth
I
teller.
heard my name, and y'all know how I act behind my name. That's why I
Get
was
a,
trying to make
get a
sure I
people,
heard
get the
properly.
people I know. Do the truth teller.
Don't get the bald heads confused. Calm it down. Bring it down, ma'am. I was giving you
Hey,
your
you know what?
flowers
I'm
and not
cool
no
with
deadness,
Kamisha. You know what?
okay?
Kamisha, my boo now. Me and Kamisha, my
Wait
boo.
a minute. What did I
I've
miss?
been, you know what I'm
We're not
saying?
talking about
See,
other bloggers on this today. We're not calling the bloggers names like that and things like that. I don't even know what
Oh,
you're
see,
talking
I don't know the law of the
about.
see,
street.
Because
see,
That's
here.
see.
I
Hey,
missed
I've
it.
been jumped in.
Well,
I've
we was
been
talking
jumped
about
in.
your
I'm
ass
proud.
singing.
I
Okay,
said
well,
that
we was
That's
I
talking
my
about
wanted
you
boo.
to
She
singing.
my boo.
That's what we ain't talking about her. We talking about your ass and singing. Stay
I
I
want
don't
focused.
even know what's going on no more.
okay,
We
well
was
be
talking
quiet.
about Chazzy, and I
I
wanted to
was
give him a
talking
4 hour.
about okay, so now like back to what I was
Pass it
saying.
now.
We tend to get off subject really quick, y'all. But back
Come
to what I
here.
was saying is that hey, when you guys come on these shows, you got to have some tough skin because it's not going to always be berries and roses for you. It's not going to be that. Sometimes it's going to be the hot coals that you walk on. Okay, it is what it is. All bloggers are different. I'm not the same as the next one. The next one's not the same. I do promote love on my show, but if I feel like you need to get that ass whipping, I'm gonna give it to you. With no doubt, it is what it is. So stop. One more thing, I do want to touch bases on. Stop coming out here talking about the producers did this and the producers did that. If you don't give it to them, they don't have it. That's all I got to say on that. If you do not give it to the producers, they don't have it. Okay? So stop blaming that. Stop blaming producers. Production did this, production did that. Nope, you said that you did it.
They did their
Okay?
job.
They did their job. They're
They
getting
have a
paid
job.
to
They
do
got a
that.
job to do.
Okay.
Yeah, they got a job to do.
Now, I do have one more thing to touch on that. We're going to go jump into the last this yesterday's Fridays. I talked to someone, just was having general conversation with a person, and they was like, "Oh, you black? Oh, you black ready to love?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, that's what I do." And they told me, they asked me to be on the show, Houston. I said, "Really?" I said, "How far did you go?" He said, "I did the interview." I said, "But I said, because I know I'm glad you didn't." He was like, "Yeah." He said, "Because the process, when I realized that the process was to get me to do an act. He said act the way they wanted me to act and do the things that they wanted me to do. Then I know that I did not want to be portrayed that way and I bowed out. So you have the opportunity to turn around. You don't have to say yes that you want to go into this war into that and into that in that pool of shit that y'all going into. You don't have to do that because the people give you the opportunity when they interview you. And if you have common sense and you know that this is not you and the things and the questions they're trying to push you to say and lead you to say, if you know that you're not ready for that, then don't do it. Because guess what? You're gonna get it, you're gonna get tagged. You're gonna get tagged out here in this big old world. The fans are gonna tag. Actually, the fans tag you worse than the bloggers do. So you have to be ready for that. So now let's move into
But that's why I salute Glenn because he showed up and he was authentic. We have never
mm-hmm,
seen somebody on camera be like, "Nah, this ain't what I'm trying to do. This is not for me." So, even though they gave him a lot of mess for it, I commend him. And then, even during the reunion, he's still like, "This, I'm not interested in none of it." Like, he tried, and I think that they probably made him try because you could see that. I don't know, him and Koshida, like they was in like a theater or something, eating some stale ass popcorn, and that conversation was so awkward. Like, that's not his meeting style. That's not, you know, just because y'all put, people in the room don't mean, oh, um, that something's gonna spark off. So, like I
mm-hmm.
said before, everybody's not made for TV, and that's
Everybody
okay.
is not made for TV. Nope.
Everybody not made for TV. He proved and it's okay. They should have really, if anything, if they wanted to bring him on, I think they should have just kept it cute and kept it light. Did a check in, see why he didn't show up, which he gave a very good reason, and
Mhm.
see how he's doing now, and move on. Because why y'all act like he hadn't watched the show? Why would y'all put him in a situation where he's going in front of these same ladies into their face, and you want him to make a connection now? No, stop it.
And he clearly said they asked him, "Do you regret it?" He was like, "No,
And
no,
I don't blame him.
no."
And I
This
don't
right
blame
here,
him.
what y'all got going on. No, I'm glad I dodged the bullet on that, baby. Goodbye. I definitely was okay with him with that. So let's jump into the last episode, the final of the part 2 of the reunion. Can we all just say, even put it in the chat, how did you guys feel about the reunion, 1 to 10? I'm gonna give it a 1.
0,
Oh, 0. I gave it a 1
-5.
just because a 1 just because they just showed up and came on the air. But this reunion was boring. They did not need 2 episodes of it. The only thing that was kind of spicy was when Alexis um went off. Other than that, everything else was very boring. Very boring.
Okay, let me bring this up because I know I see a lot of chatter on the interweb about Mika and Justin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are saying that he is settling now because because he wants to be in a relationship, but eventually it's going to cause some sort of resentment because eventually he's going to want to have children. First of all, let's clear something up. The appropriate procedure term is called a tubal ligation, meaning she got her tubes tied. It does not mean she's infertile. She still has her uterus. She still has her ovaries. Everything is still working. So her wanting to have kids, it is used as a form of contraception. So that is her choice. However, if she chooses to change her mind, she does not have to go back through surgery to get her tubes untied, because once you have them tied for an amount of time, there's scar tissue that develops on the tubes and ovaries, depending on how they did it, because they do it 2 different ways. They tie them and burn them, depending on where you go to get that procedure done. Now, if she chooses to have children with Justin, they can do things like IVF or you is it UIA, UI, something like that. But it's where they remove the egg and plant it with the sperm and then put that inside of her uterus. She can still have his baby if she wants to. However, they only been together a minute, y'all. Let her, God dog, y'all act like they've been together for 10, 12 years, and she still don't want to have kids. God, they haven't even made a year yet. Everybody calm down. Don't worry about the girl's reproductive cycle. If she wants to have a child, she can. If he doesn't, if he's okay in his self as a grown ass man to that not want to have kids, let it be okay. Y'all are going too goddamn gone far. Oh, well, he gonna have it. They ain't gonna make it. They ain't gonna last. You sound bitter as hell about her choice, their choice. They made a conscious decision. They still getting to know one another. I don't even know. Do they do it? Do they even know what type of soap each other like? Do they even know what allergies they have? Like, y'all going too far on this internet trying to tell somebody what to do with their uterus. Calm down. Let them get to know one another. Who knows? Because her youngest is what, 6? She may have a plan. But god dang, I mean, they going hard on this interweb about they ain't gonna last. He gonna build up resentment. How you know? Cleo, you seen the future? You know him personally? Have you talked to them? If there's no to anything, let it just, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, shit happens. They met on a damn reality show. You got to be real with the reality. How many couples out of 9 seasons have made it and are still together? I'll wait. Put that in the comments. I'll wait.
All right. So you have heard that message from DJ Smooth.
Damn.
She wants girl what's the T internet to stop worrying about Mika and Justin's bedroom action, whether or not they want to bring some bundles in or not. Me personally, if you guys want to know, I don't care what y'all think. That's their business.
Right.
It was put out there. You guys are going to talk about it. You have the right to talk about it if that's what you want to do. But who knows? It's their
I'm
business.
saying, I'm just saying,
Me,
stop harping on it and stop trying to. Y'all are already in, and I'm saying y'all as the internet entity are willfully interjecting negativity into something that ain't even been a year.
and that is so true. That is so true.
Damn.
And apparently Justin is okay with it because he says that he's in love.
For now,
He's in
they ain't
love
been
for
together
now.
a
And
year.
how many times have you fallen in love and out? So we don't know. We wish
Let them
them
figure it
well.
out.
Mika
Yes.
and Justin, we wish them well. Mika's old enough to get her, if her tubes are not burnt, she's young enough to get them untied. And if they are burnt, there's other things because she still has her eggs, like Smooth said. Me personally, don't think about it looking over here because I'm too old for all that. And my eyes are
Over
not burnt,
here either.
but I will not get them untied. And I won't go in and have my eggs removed for any ninja to give me any more children. I am going to be 50 in a year next year, and I'm okay with the 10-year
Well,
old.
Janet Jackson had a baby at 50. Now,
That
how
is
about that?
Janet, and I love Janet, and she is like my
How about
icon.
that?
And but
Now,
guess who won't? Miss Monica will not.
age is not a
No,
determining factor anymore.
it's
Because
not
they
about
say
that.
what 35 and up, they considered a geriatric pregnancy. Okay, but that's them. So what? I mean,
That's them, and that's their
personally,
lives.
yeah, she already got a 12-year age difference between the first two. I don't blame her. Shoot,
Yeah. Uh-huh. I
pop
have
them things out. Boop, boop, boop. That way you can
13-year-old.
raise them together. They'll leave together.
Yes, but okay, let's move on. Smooth said, y'all get out them people business. That's what she said. All right. Dina in the comments said,
See?
let them enjoy their honeymoon phase. Yep.
Thank you, Dina.
Get out them people business. Okay,
Got
so
my
now
back. Exactly.
let's go into the reunion. Let's talk about Chaz a little bit, not a lot. Okay, so let's talk about Chaz and Koshia. Now,
Oh,
yeah, you want tea? Y'all want some tea? Okay, let's talk about the tea. So, mighty funny that it was never brought up that Koshia and Chaz had a thing
wait.
for each other.
Somebody answer my question.
What?
But that's only one, two, three, four couples.
Oh,
It's
wait a minute.
9 seasons. It's four
Okay,
couples.
Calloway said Reva and Mario still together. Yes. Camille and Cornelia still together. Correct. Joy and Clifton still together. Correct. And Walter and Sabrina. But can't count on Walter and Sabrina. Can I count Walter and Sabrina? Because Walter and Sabrina did not leave together. They did not. They were not a
Exactly.
couple. They met after the show.
That's
Okay,
like
so we
Vanessa and
can't count
Dom.
them. Yeah.
They
Vanessa and
don't they
who?
don't count. They didn't select each other at the end. Neither did Reva and Mario.
Vanessa and Dom. Just Vanessa and Dom together?
Ah, I got some tea for your ass.
Oh, I didn't pay attention
Ah,
to that. But that's cute
yes.
because he really liked her. And I'm
Yeah,
glad that he liked her.
but they revealed it in front of Chaz. That's the part y'all.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't see that. I
Yes.
didn't pay attention to the reunion that much, but I'm gonna just say I
The
just saw.
reunion was a disaster. But my
Yeah,
point still stays relevant. It's 9 seasons, and whether they met during the process or shortly thereafter, and they linked up after the process, the exactly. But regardless, my
yeah,
my
they was
point
on two
is,
different seasons. Yep,
yeah. But regardless, my point still stands. Out of 9 seasons, that's only 5 couples.
couples.
That's it.
No,
So
it's
it
just
doesn't.
four. That's just
No,
four.
no, because I'm counting Justin and Mika. Out of nine
Oh,
seasons, it's
but
only
we don't
five
know.
couples.
Oh no, it's more than that. I take that back. The little stripper man and the other flight attendant, she pregnant
Oh yeah, you're right.
from Miami.
Mike and I
Mike,
forgot the
Yeah. Mike and Winston, they're still
Okay,
together.
that's seven.
Yeah,
What
she's
we
having a baby.
that's
Yeah,
great. And well,
yeah.
they're still out of 9 seasons. That's 7 out of 9 seasons.
And how many couples make it to the end? Is that's where you're going to count from? Because so many walk away at the bridge, and then disaster hits.
But I'm not
So
even counting the bridge. I'm just saying, bottom line, out of the 9 seasons, these are the only known couples that the public is aware of.
yes, I got you. All
Patricia
right.
and
So
William
now
hooked up later. Messy. Woo, messy.
Patricia and William hooked up later.
Ain't my business.
Well,
Mm-mm.
maybe kind of sort of. You're
Thank
right.
you,
Not a
Kay
good track.
Calloway.
No, it's not a good track. No, it's not. No, it's not. Now let's talk about Koshia and Chaz and LaRon. So apparently, with Koshia being the fiance, according
So,
to the group
of who?
message that we did not see in that group message,
It never
um,
said that.
they never said that. So according to that, it all got talked around that Koshia and Chaz had a thing. Yeah, and they did have a thing according to sources, allegedly. Until yeah, it was a thing. And I said it on the episode when they were at the getaway, and when LaRon got upset and started banging on the table, and Chaz tried to calm him down. Well, that's okay. So you guys have to
Mm.
put stuff together, but they never talked about it. But if you go back to those text messages that I have, it started at the beginning with Koshia and Chaz. It just didn't start all of a sudden, because they speak on it in the text messages, and Chaz is not in the text messages. But LaRon speaks on it, and he says that he was not going to be messing with Koshia because she liked the Chaz anyway. Now you can go read it for yourself. It's over there in Twitter. You can go read it for yourself. He did say that, right? What's the tea on those hookups still together? No.
Wait, what hookups?
What hookups? And also, why? Okay, so I outside of the show, when Vanessa and Koshia was with Chaz at his home, Vanessa got upset because Koshia would not leave. Allegedly, Vanessa left, but she did not. So now, how was she was LaRon's fiance?
Well, we know that was not true. First of all, that was I'm gonna give him some grace and say he misspoke because he was extremely passionate, and I don't know
Mhm.
why he used that word, but according to who shall not be named, um, the reason he acted up at the pajama party
Mhm.
was because allegedly Koshia and Chaz went out on a date, and Koshia was not answering he who that would not be named phone calls slash text messages, and he was outside of his body for that because he
So,
didn't re- he didn't she didn't know that he knew she was on a date with Chaz, and he mentioned that she dated the chef too, so that's why he felt like she was playing in his face.
okay, so now let's just go on Coach Shit. Let's talk about a little bit about this. Now, according to Alexis on the Kojo show, allegedly she said that the reason why she wasn't so pressed on Alonzo telling Cole about the choke me up thingy is because Cole was very flamboyantly sexual type person all the time. So it wasn't like out of the norm for someone to maybe say something like that to her, because this is how she carries herself, and this is how she carried herself throughout the show. So she was having a hard time understanding why she took that so personal. Now, me personally, I can say that I wouldn't like anyone asking me that I don't like. So that could be why she took it personal. She didn't like him. She didn't like him, so she didn't want him asking her that. Now, if she wasn't, this is just for Alexis, because I want to address this. So I want you to have an understanding on this part. Maybe you're not at that. Maybe you just don't understand, or you haven't grown to the maturity level of that. If a woman does not like a man, then he can't just say anything. And if she is flirtatious and has and she might be just into her, she's comfortable with herself, and so it may seem like that she's maybe a sexual woman. She's maybe comfortable in herself. She's a beautiful woman. Okay. But if she doesn't show that same, she might have showed it to Chaz, but she didn't show that to Alonzo. But Alonzo is peeping it, he's seeing it, he's
Mm.
looking, but she is not giving that attention to him per se. She's giving it to Chaz, she's giving it to the person that we won't say. So when someone that's in the back looking like a stalker looking at you, and they come up and they say that, then you're offended. She had all right to be if she did not come at him that way. That was not her pick. He was not her choice. So yes, that's why it's okay for her to feel some type of way, because she did not give him that leeway to say, hey, I opened the door for you to ask me, do I like to be choked? Because like, no, that's like weird. Okay. Now I'm not saying that, when I had my late husband and we were intimate and we did some
Whoa.
things, I didn't want to get choked. I didn't say that might have been okay for him, but just some random that we on the show, and then I'm not like digging you and you digging me, you saying that, then yeah, she felt some kind of way and I felt some kind of way for her. So I just wanted to clear that up with Alexis, because also we want to talk about you and Jonathan. You gave Jonathan a pass for bouncing you up and down in his lap because he was on the liquor. So we're not going to blame the liquor, because Jonathan was feeling you. So he felt that comfortable with you. So that's why he did that. And you also must have felt a little comfortable with Jonathan because you're giving him a pass on that. So
She
that's
didn't
how
give him
that
a
works.
pass. She didn't give him a pass
Yeah,
because he
yeah, she
called
did.
and apologized. She did not give
She
him a
still
pass.
gave him a pass. When he called and apologized, she did give him a pass. She was just like, it was okay because he was on liquor. She gave him a pass. She did.
Well,
She
no, I don't think she gave him a pass. I think that she got in his ass, appropriately. She just didn't publicize it, but he did apologize for it. One person we forgot to mention. Well, you mentioned him a little bit, but we didn't
who
talk about him on the reunion.
who?
Lamar.
Oh, I
Uh
haven't got to that part yet.
oh, we should have.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna talk about Lamar, his statement, and yeah. So let's Elizabeth says there was no good match. There was no good match at all this season. The selections of men were pretty mediocre.
I agree.
I agree. I
I
agree for
agree.
the last two. I think Dallas whole season was mediocre to me. Maybe had 2, 3 good ones out of there. You put them all together. Actually, on this Fort Worth, I don't see any
It,
that matched up.
it
I
kind of,
definitely
it kind of, it kind
agree.
of. What's crazy is that it kind of made me side eye, like, cause I'm not from Fort Worth, right? Um, so I was like, is this what y'all got to offer? Like, is this the crop that y'all working with? No wonder people come down to Houston, you know what I'm saying? And no tea, no shade, but I said what I said. I
She said,
understand I understand why folks is busting down 45 to get down to Houston. I get it.
yeah.
Cause I didn't see. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
oh,
that was a bit weird. Um, Dina said yes because Koshia was in communication with him about other dates, but ghosted him on that particular date. Yeah.
cause
So
she
yeah,
was busy.
she wasn't trying to let him know that she was with Chaz. I mean, they
Right.
always feel with Chaz. And the thing about it is they blew his head up too big. Like right now it's just like so swole, he can't get it down. And now they're all sitting there regretting it because what they did was they saw, now it's making sense to me. And I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it. And I don't have a problem with Chaz, but I hate to agree with this part that he said on the Crystal's XOXO with her and a Scorpio. He said that after they found out where he lived and the money that he made and how he lived, that they all leashed onto him and that turned him off.
That's a
Now,
true statement.
that's a
That
true
was true.
statement because
Yeah.
that's why he had all the connections, and we see it all the time in our women, even the women. This is just what I'm gonna say. If y'all go over to my She Live TV, these are the things that I talk about on there. I even started a little date. Did you like my little dating series? I even started a little dating series called Dating Chronicles where I give tips to women and men, and it's just a cute little funny thing that I like to do. Um, and so I'm going to bring it to the internet. And then also, I just want to tell the women out here, and especially the mature women, because these were mature. These are the mature women that I'm speaking to. I'm not speaking to Mika. I'm not speaking to Alexis. I'm not speaking to those two young women, and also the other little cute young lady, the one
Maya.
that her. I'm not speaking to her because they still have room to grow, and they still can be as flirtatious as they want to be, and they still have the Lord in their hands. Mika is a little bit more on the mature side because she does have older kids and a younger kid, and she's been through. You can tell she's been through life, but stop out here just losing your mind because you see a man with a 5-bedroom house and a nice job and a nice car. When it's clear, it's clear as day that this era is a season for women. So stop out here looking thirsty. Like, stop it. Like, because this man got on a public platform with over thousands of viewers and said that you guys turned him off when you saw his home and how thirsty you looked. And then it showed at the reunion. And then he got right on the stage and said, "Oh, I'm engaged to somebody else. She just waited for me just to let me go through the process." So whoever you walking around in his house talking about this your house, y'all spending the night, y'all around here throwing y'all drawers and trying to leave y'all toothbrushes and your earrings and trying to make like you like a dog that you don't even like because a man got a 4-bedroom house and he got a nice job. He might have 6 figures and he has a nice car. You can do it yourself because what you're doing is just looking foolish at the end of the day. Because if a man wants you, he gonna come for you. And that's true statement. If a man don't want you, he's not going to come for you, but he will stay around to make you look foolish. Because Chaz is making all y'all look foolish. Like, he could be relevant, he keeping himself relevant, but guess what? You guys gave him the ammunition to do so.
Is giving. They still giving.
Still giving. Still giving. And now he got dirt on all y'all. So that's probably why y'all not talking. Because if y'all say one wrong thing to these men, they're gonna out you.
Oh
Because
well.
these are the sassy men, and that's what they're doing. They're gonna out you. And like Dina say, facts, they created a monster. They did. They did. And so now everybody's quiet because the things that you were doing before the show, during the process, things that Tommy was telling you guys not to do, and now you have this dirt. Like, we've seen things like from the other Dallas. Like, we've seen things like that. Like, it's things out here. And I'm like, why are grown people doing these things? Like, y'all act like y'all just think like y'all went to the playground and your mama had you in the house for so long. It was, take that back. It was winter and you didn't get to go outside because it was snowing and cold and your mama didn't want you outside. Now it's summertime and you're in the playground and you're just acting out wild, just all over the place, all on top of the monkey bars, all on the slide, all on the water slide. Mama can't keep up with you. You're fighting other people, kids and children. You're just doing all type of things. Like, calm down, women. It is our era. It's no need. It is definitely no need for us to be out here looking thirsty. Oh, okay, let me see. Travis said no kids with women with 2 kids. Women would accept a man. Women will accept men can be judgment. They will. They will. No kids with women with 2 kids. Yeah, men are very hard on women. And they are much more harder on us when they know that we're vulnerable to them. Okay? That's when they go all in. Oh, I got her. Yeah. I got her. And that's what they do. That man got on right on there and said that it was 11 and no one picked it up but us, the T Squad. We picked it up. We clearly said when he said that, oh, he dating somebody else. We said it. We said it right here. We said it. Oh, he dating somebody else. Then we said it, Tomas.
Oh, sure did. Said
We
that and a whole lot of
we
things.
said he dating somebody else. What about Chaz and Roshina? What about Chaz and Roshina is that Roshina is really a straight up woman, and
She read that thing.
she read it, and
I
she read it,
loved it.
she read up out of there. She read it and she
What?
read up out of there because
Cause
she got some life on her.
Rashina don't been married
Exactly.
before.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're dealing with, so just, he had been married as well, Chaz. So when you squaring off with a woman that's been down that road, even though you guys may not have, you and I could go down the same road, but we can have two total different experiences with that path. So even though they may have had their own type of marriages or whatever, they both been down that road. So there was so much room. He couldn't wiggle around that one.
No, he couldn't.
None of that was going to where there was no chassis, because this is where you ran into a full-fledged woman that said the same words that you said at one point in time, that understand the weight of what you're asking and what you're declaring that you're going to do. So when Rashina cut it down, it wasn't even about elimination no more. I like the fact that she called out the effect of his attention to detail as far as being mindful of other people. It wasn't about mental health and being a black man and, oh, this is what he got going on. Whoop, whoop, whoop. This was more about, if this was your breakdown, then you would want to communicate that to the people that you're dealing with, that this is what's going on. You totally left us out there, and you don't opened up doors, and half the process was aborted because everybody was left out with where's Shaz. It went from having the fun at the house to where's Chaz for that night. He took over the whole night, that one move. And so I
For
think that
who?
that
For who?
for
For
Rashina and everyone for a little while,
uh,
everybody trying to figure
not
out what's
for us
going
because
on.
I just called him a crybaby. I was just like, why he crying?
That's you. I'm talking about the people in that house on that show that was trying to figure out what was wrong with him. So it created too much for him to just pull that move. So I think that Rashina did great as far as cutting that down to show him, hey, you could do whatever you want to do. But when you're dealing with somebody, to me, she said the same thing Vanessa did. She just came with it, cut her. Hey, when you're dealing with other people, you need to be mindful. And this is what you communicated to us when you ran up out of here. So I thought that was good.
What?
What up?
Booski? What you up to? You could have came and hung out with us even though you ain't watched the show this season. Mm-hmm. Well,
Hey now.
I want to give this Tramona. Okay, that was the next thing.
Facts.
My dog is coming in here looking at me like she want me to get off and do something for her. I don't know it. Like dogs act like they're human. But the ex and Tremonia, I don't know if he's in a relationship or he's remarried or anything like that. But if not, could y'all revisit? And I don't spin the block, but the relationship that you guys showed and had, and it was genuine. Like, can we like fix that and let us know? Because that that truly was your person. I don't know what happened. I don't know if y'all was young when it started, but that was your person. You guys miss You guys mission. I really, really enjoyed seeing you guys interact. And yeah, so I'm with Tremoni on there. I love that relationship that you guys have. I want y'all to have that relationship back. But she wasn't for all that trickery and all that nonsense. She really came on there to find love. It didn't pan out like she wanted it to be. So then she moved on. And good for her. Good for her. And if you notice, during the reunion, she had nothing really to say. Nothing really hardly to say. Okay, are we missing anything else? That was
Lamar.
important. Oh, Lamar. So what you want to talk about Lamar in his statement?
First of all, he is not a pervert. He is not a creep. I think that he's a grown ass man asking grown ass questions to a potentially grown minded women. Um, I feel like it was an icebreaker. And on the reunion, he explained himself.
Mhm,
Tommy asked him, was he going to change? And he basically was like, no, because this is me. This is who I am.
mhm.
So I think it's commendable for a man to know who he is, stand in his truth, and you either gonna eat it or leave it. Like it's not a there's no middle ground with him. So I respect him for that. I think that he was portrayed as a weirdo, and the actual weirdos stayed on the show longer.
Oh Lord, yes.
That's my, you know, I'm flying right now. How
All
do you
right,
say
be
it?
safe. Call me on your day off.
But yeah, I was a little taken aback because he wasn't vulgar. He asked a question. It was an icebreaker. So sometimes some of us have speaking with we set out to for the shock value.
Yeah.
So I think he was testing their temperature to see and damn, what was the first girl that got eliminated? I mean, the first one. I don't even know why she was there.
Patrice,
No, she was Patricia.
Patricia. Yeah,
Patricia.
Patricia. I
She
forgot about
offered she because she was forgettable. She was not memorable. She offered no real value. I don't know why they had like you were literally on the show for 20 minutes. Girl, you in that wig, sit down. You look like a rejected prom queen. Cut it
Oh
out.
my
Start your
god.
whole
Oh
year
my
over. Just
god.
stop it
Not
right now.
rejected.
Oh
Rejected. They wouldn't let you through the door. Like she looked like the she was nominated for prom queen about 10 years ago, didn't get selected, and still tried to show up to the high school reunion with a damn tiara from Party
my god.
City.
I
Girl,
cannot.
cut it out.
I cannot. I
She
cannot.
should not. She
But
should not. She
Mercedes
should not.
said, Mercedes said, and they just couldn't. She said she couldn't watch the season. She thought her season was bad, but this was
Baby.
bad, but this was
Oh
different.
no.
No,
No,
y'all
no.
season was actually good compared to this one, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, no. This
Yes,
this
it was
season.
it was a halfway real season. Now
Let me also say this. Um Producers or the management network heads on TV, y'all should be looking at some restructuring. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna
like spin the block.
don't spend no spin the block means they're gonna come back to what that means there won't be no change. No,
The
they need
first,
to do
yeah,
some
they can come back to the first two seasons. They were fine to me.
they need some restructuring from the top on down.
Well, you
Cause
guys
even
heard it
you
here.
know what hurt my feelings? Tommy's Tommy looked like somebody daddy. The level of disappointment that showed
He
no,
was
no, like
very
true,
disappointed.
very disappointed, but it showed more so through his face.
Yeah.
Like he was so over it.
I, I feel like he doesn't even want to be connected with the show anymore because of his name. And that's not, I really don't think that when they started the show that they went into it with the mindset of it becoming just a Jerry Springer. Like
Yeah,
they
even
really
Jerry Springer had a plot.
But Jerry Springer was for Jerry Springer. That was a Jerry Springer show. If that's the case, then they need to change the name of it. It's not Ready to Love. It's not that. They need to change the
Yeah,
name
but
of
we
it.
said that a couple of weeks ago. They need to. That's what I mean
Yeah.
by restructure. They need to, because if they gon' because I know on other panels I've said that the template needs to be adjusted significantly, and they keep going in with this same formula, and this just shows that it's not working. It's not working, and then y'all need to,
Yeah, Ready
like,
to
y'all
Love.
have them sign NDAs. Well, hell, somebody need to get sued or something, because there was a lot of chatter from the cast. That's why a lot of bloggers were ahead of the game, or ahead of the episodes, because
Yeah.
shit, we got all the tea. Yes, Marvin,
Yeah.
girl, he was fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
he
this
was.
this attitude. I mean, the attitude of this cast members are out letting ready to lust. Yeah, do you know ready to drink? You know that's what my podcast is based on. My show is ready to love, ready to lust, or ready to lie. So yeah, ready for drama. Yeah, but Marvin, Tremario said Marvin. I saw Marvin. His ass was fine. Not
Yes,
attracted
he
to short
was.
men. I think Marvin was smooth with discussing alternate relationships. And Marvin is a doll, just as though Lamar. And we've grown to know
He's a
both of
what?
them. Marvin is I mean not dog. He's amazing. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he's
Just
straightforward. He
yeah,
knows
just
what he wants.
like Lamar.
Yeah, and that's a rarity. Like, when you
Yeah,
meet men that know what they want from start to finish, that's a rarity. So, I pray, like, Marvin has found his person that accepts him with everything that comes with him, his good, bad, the ugly. Eventually, I pray Lamar finds that same type of relationship. Because
mm-hmm.
Marvin was all smiles,
Yeah.
cut
And
up and all. He was all smiles.
shout out to Marvin and Juju. If you guys follow Marvin on his page, uh Bo erotic. And if you're in Dallas,
Erotica.
Veronica, if you guys are in Dallas or things, or now he's doing a little traveling with his shows, check it out. I did. I checked out one. I went to Dallas, and even if you're not into it, it's still a show to see. Trust me. I definitely enjoy myself, and he welcomed me, and he let me actually blog. He actually let me record. I got footage. I did a whole live there, and it was an amazing experience. And also Lamar is awesome. Like that's our guy. You know, he's not. I don't know why they portrayed him as being that. He's just a grown man, and he's looking for a grown woman. And I don't have a problem with him asking me would I go skinny dipping. Like that's not like can
But
I
I
choke
can't
you
swim,
around your
so
neck? Choke you around
well,
your neck.
that's look. I mean,
I
all
mean,
those. I think they took it too far, because I didn't see anything. Those are, we hear far worse in the club today. We far
yes,
worse
we
than what
do.
Alonzo said, what Lamar said. I I
Yes,
I think
yes,
they wanted a moment, and they overreacted on some stuff that a man could walk up to them in a regular club and ask them. So I just think they wanted a moment, and they did. It made them look tacky, because you took it too far,
yeah,
and then you're trying to change the perception of how people looking at these men for nothing.
exactly. I seen on the internet today where a guy was doing a little dance with the lady. You know how they do like this, which in the front of you, like they put you in the front and they bump you.
Yeah,
And did you see that one? And he was doing it so hard, and then he pushed her away, and then he took his pants down, and he was in a circle where everybody was watching, and they was cheering him on, and then he started bumping her again with his boxers. It was so horrible, and then he took her and body slammed her on the ground.
yeah. See, now,
I've never seen any type of
if she
dancing
was if
like.
she was slow enough to stand there and tolerate that, that's not on him. That's on her.
But he was so aggressive. She was trying to get away. She couldn't. Like he
It's
was, he
it's
was, he was, he
he
was
she's got
manhandling
hands, feet,
her.
and elbows.
Oh my
She got
god,
hands, feet, teeth,
girl,
and elbows. She could have got away.
but the point of the matter is, I'm thinking, no, I don't know. I don't know. He was a bit much. But the point I'm trying to make is these are the things that the people are doing. These are the things that they feel is okay. You can't
Yeah,
hear
but what
me?
if it was? But if it was
Can you hear me?
cultural, yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
Yeah, I can.
Tomas, I don't know why you can't hear me. She can hear me. Can you guys hear
If it
me?
was, if it was cultural, like if it was, oh, if it was cultural, like if you've gone to the Caribbean, those guys over there, those men over there, they dance, and women, they dance really aggressively. So I didn't see the video, so you know what I mean.
I
But
sent it to you. You didn't watch it though. I
I
sent it
didn't
to you.
watch it. I probably went to sleep.
Yeah.
Because I sleep a lot.
So,
Because I'm old.
all right. So let's see what else. I think that pretty much covers it. We're going to I'm not going to discuss anything else about this particular season. I don't care to discuss. I don't care if more tea comes out. I will not be indulging in any more of the tea from Dallas Fort Worth, because now I'm going to get my brain ready for the new season and also the new show that's coming out on the 19th of
It's
this,
Friday.
yeah, Friday. And that show is called Forever.
Ne-
What is it?
Never ever meet.
Never Ever
Never
Meet.
or something
And
like that.
so that thing, I think that that's going to be interesting. So make sure you guys go and watch it because we're going to come back here with the same tea, my tea squad and me. We're still going to come back here on Sundays and review that particular show as well. So
I'm gonna need a drink to watch that show because I already feel like it's gonna be stupid. And they putting them in the house together.
okay. And then we're also going to do Love and Marriage,
Huntsville.
Huntsville over here as well. I don't know about Tamaj. We're gonna have to get her to watching that so she can get up to date with that. I know Smooth watches it. So this is basically the home network blogging night. Everything on Bell Collectors come out. I will be back here on doing that on Sundays as well. So those are the things that we will be talking about here on Let's Talk About It on Sundays. All things on network. Okay. I'm with you. It was too much. Another problem is women blaming women for men's behavior. Okay. What you think about that? Uh, Other problem is women blaming women for men's behaviors. Hmm. What you think
Uh,
about that, Tamasha? Can you hear me?
hello, Tamasha.
I don't know. Well, let's see.
Give me an instance because
Yeah,
I can't.
like. Who do you tell? Who do you think? What
Yeah,
woman?
Smooth. I can hear you, Smooth. I was in the chat. I can hear you, but I can't hear Monica. So I've been playing with the audio.
Oh, can you hear me now? So, who do
She
you
said she can
think?
hear me. She can't hear you, Monica.
Okay, LC Charm. Who do you
It's on
think?
my end. I'm rethinking my stuff.
You can't hear me either. Oh, what?
She said it's on her end. She's resetting her
Okay.
stuff.
Um, a little bit. LC Charm. Who do you think? Oh, here you go. Here you go. Tommy never held the man accountable for their behavior. He did not this
He
season.
did
I
not.
agree.
He
He
did
did not.
not.
He
He
did.
handled them with kid gloves. Like he didn't. He very very scarcely addressed. First of all, when LaRon gave his phone to Tommy, he didn't even. Oh, I was supposed to say his name right. Him who shall not be named. Gave Tommy his phone. Tommy didn't scroll. He just read right where he was
No,
giving. So
that's it.
and yeah, he didn't do. He kind of did like a mass whooping. Like y'all know, y'all ain't supposed to be doing. No, no, no. Call them out, address them. Because if you don't address it head on, they're not gonna learn nothing. So, and I really feel like at that point he was over it. Like once Alexis popped off, he was over it. Matter of fact, he probably went over it before that. So he came off a little checked out to me. Monica, what you
Mm-hmm.
think?
He started with me. If just like Chaz, when Chaz left that house, if anybody else, I'm still mad with Tommy for kicking LG off the show in Miami because he went to work. And the other guy from the other season from Houston that was a event planner or whatever he did,
He had to
but
go to work.
he went
Yeah,
to work and he left early, and they eliminated him off of that. I think
that
his name was
wasn't
Justin
fair.
too. Justin, yeah. So now this dude lay crying and screaming, I can't do it.
He having a
And
mental health moment.
and then he's okay. He just walks back um into the men's lounge and men's circle, and Tommy doesn't even say anything about it.
So why they didn't bring Layleen back then?
Exactly. Well, she probably didn't want to come back because
That might
he
have.
liked her. Chaz liked Lane, and you know
I
what,
don't care who liked her. I'm just saying is
fed her
as
off.
far as that it's not fair. And I agree with you a gazillion percent because because I was like, oh well he left. Oh well then they ain't gotta do no elimination. And then he
He
just
wasn't
walked
coming
in
back.
like it was just a regular day. I was like, so you're not
Yeah,
gonna address that? You just gonna let that and then look how he did Glenn
bro, Glenn back.
for
Tommy would
nothing.
have never done that.
I think
That's why I tuned out. I didn't even watch
yeah.
that part about the foot fetishes. I was like, who cares? You know how many men have foot fetishes out here? Nobody cares about that.
He
It's weird.
highlighting the way Alonzo stuck his tongue out. I was like, the boy is a freak. Okay.
Yeah, we just gonna leave that at that.
That right, okay. I mean, but you're not
Alonzo has
addressing
an issue.
you but I don't think so cuz I mean, he's a young guy. And I
I
mean,
think he
he's
got an
doing
issue.
I mean, I just think he a little freak. But I'm not gonna judge him for being a freak. He in his truth. He know what he like, he know what he want. And there's obviously women that want it too. So let him. I ain't gonna say little boy. Let the man make it. You know what I'm saying? Let him live. My problem is that if your job as the host is to say that these people are or are not ready to love, what are you doing to get them to? Lamar was not too old because Chaz is older than Lamar. Cut that out. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah, Chaz is older than Lamar. And
Yeah, Chaz is
also,
pushing 50. We're not gonna do that.
yeah, Chaz is older than Lamar, and Lamar doesn't have any kids. And so Lamar
Right.
being around an age limit of women of that would be ideal for him
Appropriate.
because he wants children. Yeah.
Well,
Hmm.
he did that on purpose because they had their little tete-a-tete. But Lamar is so past, whatever she's got going on. That didn't even matter.
Yeah, they did do that. They said, well, Tommy didn't do it, but that's just how production does it. They give them seating arrangements.
Yeah, they don't have a
But they
choice.
they do that because they want to bring the attention. That's what they want. They wanted April and Lamar to be together because they were the ones that had the tension. And and after talking to Lamar was just like he wasn't even on that type of time. He was just there to enjoy the reunion and go home. He didn't go there to have any confrontations or conflict with anybody. And he stuck to that. They need
Okay.
to have some dates with certified or licensed relationship coaches. They should. They should. I totally agree. I
Too
totally
old
agree.
for acting sexually aggressive. That's an ageist comment.
I think what did I say? LC Charmed. Too old for acting sexually aggressive. I don't know about that
I
because
think there's a time and a
he's
place for it. I don't
he's
think.
he's in his early 40s. So I don't understand why that would be a problem for him. Look, let me tell you something. Everybody, we are so quick to say what a person shouldn't do. But the way a person is when they pretend to be who they really aren't, and then when they go into a relationship because they have pretended to be who society says we should be, then they get into a relationship and the relationships fail. They fall just dead. They just be dumped. They just be bumped. Like don't. It's just a waste of time because you were so busy bringing on a representative on what you thought society made you what you wanted, what society made you think you should be when you're not being yourself. If the man says that He likes sexual attention. He likes to skinny dip. He likes his woman to look a certain way, like to do a certain way. That's that man. So if he went in totally lying, oh, I'm Lamar, and I'm a coach, and I'm this and then that, and and I DJ, and I only listen to house music and rock, then that would have been okay. Oh, he's great. But then once that woman got him on home, and she found out that that wasn't the person, because he was pretending
She
to be
felt
who
lied
he
to.
wanted to, she's gonna feel deceived and lied to. I prefer a man to give it to me raw. It's totally up to the person whether or not you receive it the way you receive it. If that's okay with you, then that's okay with you. If it's not okay with you, then it's not okay with you. Lamar is in touch with himself to where it's okay. He's not for everybody. Like me, I know I'm not for everybody. And I tell a ninja straight from the back, this is me, this is me, this is me. I'm not finna be who you want me to be. I had so many people tell me on dates, if you just sit there and cross your legs and not say nothing, we would be good. I'm not for you because I have a voice and I talk a fucking lot. I talk. I'm not just gonna sit here and cross my legs and be cute because you want me to, because I have a mouth. I'm gonna talk. When I was little, they called me Motor Mouth. Ask everybody in Terry, Mississippi what my nickname is, and they will tell you.
Well,
Motor.
unfortunately, we think young men to be inappropriate. Who is we?
Whom? Wait, hold on. I can't keep up. Well, unfortunately, we think young men to be inappropriate. We think.
Who is we?
No, I don't think anybody should be inappropriate. But it all depends on who you're talking to, who the person is, and how the person is receiving it. Just like Alexis thought that what Alonzo said to Koshia was okay, but Koshia did not like it. So it depends on the
Ah,
person. We can't speak for everybody. Everybody have their limits. Everybody like what they like, and everybody dislike what they dislike. And that's just it. That's just the bottom line on that. You know. Do you think because we're in the South, women are raised to be traditional? We are. I'm from Mississippi, and I was definitely raised to be traditional, but I'm not a traditional girl. I could probably be considered like the black sheep of my family because I'm not traditional, and I don't think like a lot of women in Mississippi think. I don't think like, I don't feel like I really don't know how they think, to be honest, but I can say like having a husband, having kids, and the picket fence, like that's ideal to me. I mean, I like no, I don't like structure. Only thing that I feel in my life that I like put together is my business. Like I run my business, I take care of my business because I'm gonna make my money. But everything else, like I don't. My baby, he 10, but we don't have bedtime. Why? Because when it's time to get up for school, if you tired, that's your business because you should have sleep. Like that's the type of mom I am. So a lot of women be like, oh my god, my child goes to bed at 8. Okay, that's you. So the way that you think and the way that I think, it'd be two different thoughts, and that's okay. It's okay. Oh no, no, not you,
I don't
preach,
know. I
but
don't know what is
baby
that.
issues or something going on. Okay, so
Hold
they're
on,
gonna tell us
hold
all
on. They
today.
got see.
Sharika
Okay,
says Lamar is too old. He should know how to show up better in spaces. He led with sex 100% and is vocal. Okay, so now let's talk about this, Sharika. That's not true. That's what they wanted us to see, but that's not what he led with, and that's the problem that he had because that's all they showed. Now we do know a lot of the back end, and we do know that they cut and slice and dice because that they wanted to if you guys take a look at the show, every show has the same person. Every show they may put Marvin in the same boat with Lamar. I mean, with Lamar. They wanted that Marvin to be Lamar. They did the same thing with Marvin, but that's not how Marvin led. Marvin didn't just lead on talking about his lifestyle, but that's how they cut it and dice it. He was also very unhappy about it. Actually came to me, and I was the first person that interviewed. Well, I was supposed to be the first person to interview him, but I was the second person that interviewed him, and that's what we spoke on because he was so adamant about why they making me look like this. The same was with Lamar. He had definitely a total a total different conversation. Also, did you guys not know, because they did not show, Lamar actually had a very good connection with um Roshina. Enjoyed the date, but it was such a good date they didn't show it. Mhm. Because they were both mature adults, had a lovely time, but we never saw that. So we have to think about those things. Okay, I think there should have been a balance. So women, when Lamar did have those religious conversations, I wondered. Well, I didn't think it was a balance, but hey, you know, that's just my opinion. I totally agree with you on that. I said that, with Lamar on the show when he was here, that I didn't think it was a balance with the ages. I felt like that they put him in the group of women that was not ready for the conversations that he was ready to have. But then also Lamar wants kids, and so to put him in a group of women with maybe us would probably not make sense either, because I'm just like, no, I'm not having no babies at 49, 50. So you might want to go with the 35s to the 45s, so hey, it is what it is. Are they killing me? And the YouTube is hot.
Yeah, they own it.
Hold on, let me see. We can only speak on what we see. You are right, and that's right, LC Charm, you are right. And that's the type of blogging that I want to go back to, because of the simple fact that when we get so personal, then we can come in and I guess save the cast. We can come in and give our opinions on what we know behind the scenes, and I don't want to do that anymore. And actually, this would be the last season that I do this. The back tea that I may receive, because we as bloggers, we get emails all the time, and people are giving us information and stuff like this. But the next season going into it, I will not be releasing it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm only going to talk about what I'm seeing, and I'm going to speak on what we see on the television. You are so correct. I definitely understand that. So with you saying that, I do have your back on that. That's what we were shown. So then that's what it showed, that's what he led with. You are definitely right. Okay, hold on. Yeah, hold on, Sharika. Marvin is a good example. Yes, he is. All right. So what I mean, a balance is like to go out for concerts, comedy clubs. I think it's a sexy for the mind. Well, you know what? They're not going to pay for that. Okay, so we're going to get what we're going to get. Okay, we're going to get them not eating at these restaurants that they can film for a few minutes or whatever, take all day to be there and do all these shots. So we can just hem it up. We're not going to get that. What Smooth said, I totally agree. They need to go back to the drawing board and re-scratch. I don't feel like they should be eliminating people. I feel like that they should get more than 20 at a time, and then pick the 10, 10, 10, or either 5, 5, 10, 10, and put them all in the house together and let them date. That's what I feel. Start off with maybe 40. Do eliminations that way. Knock them out, knock them out, knock them out.
That's too many people for the time
But
frame. It's only a 6-week show, so that's too many daggone people.
they make them sit. No, I'm not saying take it through the show. I mean through the mixer. Have more at the mixer, knock them out at the mixer, and then everybody that make it through the mixer go into the house, and then they go ahead and they date. That's how I think. I
They got a
actually
show like that. Actually, they got a show like that.
Well, when Will Packer went over there and did the one with Tamar and them, that show was really good, and the concept was really good.
Yeah,
I
but they
like
got a show. They got a show that's well,
that's
it's
the one.
actually it's a good. They got a show that's similar, but
Bow Wow
they
does
do it
it.
like that. Yeah, and it has the your exes in it. With your
Bow Wow
exes
has
in
it,
it. Yeah,
and I
now
like
that's
it.
a good that made a good show.
It was a good
That was
show,
a
and they
good
was cutting
show.
up in that house.
Yes, they
Yeah,
was.
yeah, they was cutting up, but it was good
Yes.
TV. I liked it.
Yeah, it was. They did good on that. So if they had a concept like that, and then it was organic kind of. We didn't know, like you couldn't tell production was doing things from well, not from my perspective. So I would rather I would rather have ignorant TV than woke TV.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm
Ignorant.
saying? I would rather, I would
Yeah,
rather, I would rather not know that, because it took a lot of it. Like this was this season, and then that little mini season they did. Wrong move, wrong move. Because I thought
yeah,
when they did the little mini season, they were gonna change up how they was doing things, and then brought the next season right on right after. I mean, right after. And I was like, oh, like in all honesty, this cast could have been broken up into two different seasons, or they should have just put this season instead of going to Fort Worth to make it look like another city. Put all of them together, Dallas and Fort Worth,
they
in
should have
one
done that.
in
But
one big season.
I don't think it's the seasons. I think it was just the people, and I don't care where they put the people at. It still was just going to be a mess. Tremalia said, "Man, to know how to pray during tough times."
Girl, you got a lot of comments. I'm gonna read my next comment.
That's Tremalia. That's your homie.
I love her to death, but girl, you got a lot of comments.
Read the next comment. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Shoot.
LC said, "I'm with you. There's too many backstories." Yup. And okay, this is what Tremonia wants me to read. No eliminations on the first day. If they're gonna eliminate on the first day, I think it needs to be a group effort. It needs to be a couple of people going home. Like they need more people and more people going home, and then the people that stay need to stay and date and stop just sending people home. And it makes it so messy. And then when the people get sent home, they get in the streets and start giving all the business away.
Hmm.
I agree. Sorry. I agree. That sounds good. And about no eliminations and longer than 6 weeks, this cast was trash. Totally agree. Totally agree. I totally agree. Well, Tamasha, you've been really quiet today. You want to send us home?
What am I sending us home?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Let's.
Mm-mm.
What am I
Mm-mm.
doing? You
Mm-mm.
can't hear me
Mm-mm. We
for real. You can't
we
hear nothing.
woo, pause it.
Oh,
Time
I'm
out.
too loud.
Time out. It's something going. Time out. Time out.
Baby, you guys something going on.
Yes,
You done shut
Jesus.
the club down.
Woo.
She shut the club down, y'all. Okay, so Smooth is gonna hit a note for us real quick.
First of all, thank you, T. Thank you, but it's that extra little house fly extra the static you got going. It's
Oh, it
bothering
might
me.
be the echo effect. Okay, hold on.
No, it ain't no echo. I don't know who that is. It's a ghost in your
That's her,
machine.
not me.
No, I was saying her.
Okay, you ready?
LC
You ready?
Charm said we can hear you, but it's trash.
Is that better?
LC,
Oh,
that is
better
Not
now.
much
better.
better.
Better. Okay,
It
go
Now,
was
ahead.
the echo
Do
cancellations. It's in the settings.
Okay,
It's through
okay.
StreamYard.
Now
Okay,
do,
better.
do, do your beat. Do your beat. Come on, Smooth. Go.
y'all corny as hell. One, two, she live TV. We checking out. I said she live TV. Checking out. Come on, just get on beat. Come on, just get on beat. Monica, get on beat. Okay, her lips must be dry. Yeah, yeah,
I'm trying to
yeah.
catch your raggedy ass, BG. My lips fluffing like a motherfucker.
Okay, guys.
You were supposed to be second to beat.
Okay,
High
guys.
song.
Okay,
I
guys.
had to beat
I
Monica. I
have
ain't had a hook.
a I have a contest going. Okay, so this is a contest. If you're in the Houston area and you would like a free two table, a table for two to my premiere podcast on May 9th. Oh, I forgot to take this is a video. Oh, let me play it for you guys. And if you go to my Twitter page, okay, you gotta go to subscribe to all my channels, send me a screenshot to my DM on She Live TV. Subscribe to She Live TV. Subscribe to Girl What's the Tea. And subscribe to Girl What's the Tea in Twitter. Go into the Twitter. Find the video of the text messages that say Tea Sipper with LaRon being the main culprit,
Culprit.
and tell me what four men were in the chat. Tell me what four men were in the chat, and tell me what did LaRon say about Mika. Text me that in my DM on Girl What's the Tea or She Live TV, whichever one you choose to. Subscribe to those three channels, Girl What's the Tea, She Live TV on Instagram, Girl What's the Tea on Instagram and Twitter. Tell me the four men that were in the chat and what did LaRon say about Mika in the chat. And I will give you 2 free tickets to my show on May 9th at Phil and Derek's in Houston. So you have to be in Houston. Okay? So anybody want to play that game? Play it with me. All right. And we have enjoyed you guys. I definitely have enjoyed the communications. Thank you guys for rocking with us. And we are here on YouTube to stay now. I know I've been in and out, but I am here. I am not going anywhere. Also, you can check me out on my daily sips. That will be coming to your way soon. Just haven't really got the date on when I'm going to start them. So they're going to be every day at the same time. I will be going live for about 15 minutes during that day. Just haven't decided what day yet, what I'm going to start. And so, but you guys will get notifications. Thank you, Dina. Thank you, Mr. Sean, Sippin' Tony, Nettie Boss, Romy, G Customs. Hey, hey. That's all my people in my Instagram and everybody else that came through Instagram and hollered at us. Shout out to my girl Mercedes from Miami season. She flying in the sky. We want to pray for her good safety. The real, hey, Bella was in here as well.
Hey, Bella.
Bella was with us on Wednesday night. That's one of the smooth people.
Thursday.
Thursday. I keep saying Thursday. All right, Miss Chandra. Thank you for your support. You popping in every Sunday. I definitely appreciate that. And make sure you guys are following, subscribing, keeping up with the tea. I'm probably going to jump on and review Love and Marriage DC's reunion. Okay, because it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be
Part
hot.
one already a mess.
And I don't think we have nothing to talk about next Sunday. Because when did that new show start?
The 19th.
And
So
what day
next
is
Sunday
that?
will be our first Saturday.
Oh,
I mean
okay.
Friday.
Okay,
This
Friday.
coming
Okay.
up
Oh,
Friday.
so we don't
So
have to.
right after.
Okay.
And my birthday is that Saturday, y'all.
So we will be back on next Sunday with the new show, the first review, and I'm probably going to talk about Love and Marriage DC a little bit because that reunion is gonna be hot and spicy, and I'm here for it. Okay, so we will see y'all guys then. Have a wonderful night.
Hold on, I got one
Love.
more thing.
Oh, okay.
Don't forget, just in case y'all tuned in at the later during the show, if you are or if you know a verbal assassin and you don't have those reading skills and your go-to is to resort to physical violence, just leave. Leave. Go get you some reading lessons. If you can't catch on, because it's not for everybody, it's an innate ability to be a verbal assassin. But if you are a verbal assassin, also be mindful of your words, that it may lead to some physical violence. It may. So just be careful. Watch your mouth. Watch your life. Smooth them out. And I said what I said.
Okay, and I'm going to say this for the ones that have the sassy tongue for the women, but you don't have the sassy tongue for the men, and you're going to run and hide and call the people, just be quiet. Just
Just be
stay quiet.
quiet.
Just be quiet. Just be quiet because everybody not for that. All men don't argue.
Some men don't
Grown,
argue.
some I say all men, all men, some men, same thing. They don't argue. They be on contact. I'm just saying, just keep your mouth closed. All right. Farewell to Dallas Fort Worth.
Good
It
luck
was
to
good,
y'all.
but not
Good
good.
luck to our couples. We don't want to talk about y'all no more. It ain't no hate, but good Lord, this done wiped us out.
Tomas, you want to say good night?
I enjoyed you, Texas. I enjoyed everybody. And we will see you guys around in the Ready to Love fam. So let's bring it in. Make it productive, and let's get ready for Philly and Detroit. Let's see who gonna get jumped in this time.
They're so violent, Tamasha.
All right. Sirenata. As I
Everybody,
said,
good night.
everybody know my word. Love and glitter. Bye-bye.
Hello, it's your girl with the tea. Let's talk.